Yo, what's happening? Episode 203 of the Mr. Know-It-All podcast is on the way. And man, it's me. And I got some guests with me, but Kelly Q is here, of course.
Hi, y'all.
Okay. Ty is here. Ni's here. Oh, man.
Yes.
You're right.
He's not either.
You're a reoccurring character.
I know.
If you hear it more than twice, you're not a guest
It's
anymore.
family.
They're
Fam-
reoccurring characters.
You're right. Family's here. Family is here. Family is in effect. And episode 203 is coming at you right about now.
I said no more goody two shoes, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Fuck you too, it's likewise. This is what they left me in when they ain't choose the right side. Red inside my sight lines, feeling this in my mind. Venomous synonyms, nigga, I become a python. Cause y'all really push me to the edge. Ain't no more rebuilding once it's fire on the bridge. Keep an eye out when trying to feed a dog who ain't been fed. Cause after you feed them, they might use the strength to bite your hand. It's crazy, I know. Thinking how could they do it? Play with negatives, way too long and they show improving that. So no more goody two shoes, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Fuck you too, it's likewise.
So, full disclosure, we got to take a breather for a second and whatnot because we just came off doing some Patreon material.
Finally.
And apparently, niggas want to turn it up behind a paywall. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is, especially Tya. Tya is in her bag with this shit. But,
Deep in the bag.
you all right?
See, you know,
See what I'm saying? Yo,
there are many sides.
oh, shit. Yeah, so we,
To Tya, okay?
she is, I didn't know that she was, really wanted this Patreon to start popping this bad, but
we
apparently.
only been saying this for the past
You did.
years.
Yes, you have been saying it. You have been saying it.
Yeah,
Oh
some
shit.
Change
I forgot that I normally play a song at this time or whatnot.
sometimes.
Sometimes, well, most of the times I do.
Notice how he said play a song and I insert a song this time?
Ooh.
You're learning.
Glad he said play, cause that's
I know that's
crazy.
wild. Like, and you just bringing Patreon words over to the main. Can we just, you know,
Patreon
You used to say that on every episode. Don't even try it.
insert it?
I'm going to insert a song right here.
about to say
I'll
he
be
ain't
like-
say that when I was in the basement. Thank God.
Hey yo. Oh man, I don't even know what song I want to play.
Last time that I checked.
Fuck you, nigga. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Fuck it. I might as well. Sorry, it's a little blasphemous to cut it off after the first verse, but I figured I would. You know what I mean? This would be a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? It is a little bit. Welcome back to episode 203. Is it too loud? Oh shit! Of the Mr. Know-It-All podcast, and I am him. He is I. I'm that guy. You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
Hey,
And I'm
bars.
I'm looking blue, but I don't feel blue. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? And as sexy as I want to be. Your favorite podcaster's favorite podcaster, even if you didn't know to be podcasted, as well as podcasted and multimedia's lovable smart ass.
remember
Somebody
your
said I got like they said the light-skinned niggas, we like to squint.
Okay.
light
You know what I'm saying? They be the light-skinned nigga. Is that
Well,
what
when
it
are
is?
you-
Is
when
it
you
a
have you been
light
light-skinned?
though?
Yo, I'm adapting to it now.
You're not light skinned.
Nigga.
Thank you. I try to tell everybody I'm not light-skinned, but every time I turn around, they be like, you
might
light-skinned.
be like a
feel
golden
you.
caramel, but
golden caramel.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
definitely
I don't know if I
not
want to
light-
be known as a golden caramel. Can you?
So yeah.
I give you light brown.
Grown man, golden caramel is insane.
I give you light brown.
To my left,
Light brown.
the
Yeah.
voice that you hear, as always, is the Qster, Q Diamond Phillips, formerly known as Q Hefner.
That was one of my favorite names. I had to retire.
I know you had to retire.
I love it.
I love it.
Kelly, Q's in the building. Get it up.
Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Qué pasa, my people?
To her left.
To my left,
She no longer likes to be known by her full government name, so we're just gonna call her Tya. It's like Brandy or Monica. Or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like one of them.
All the greats only use one
Yeah,
name.
just one name,
Okay.
whatnot.
Oh,
Prince,
my goodness.
artist, formerly known as.
I'm about
all
to
that
get a
shit.
symbol. Speaking
Yeah,
of
this-
Oh, shit.
It's her. Y'all, give it up for Tya. And I'm going to let my main man do his intro because he has his own intro. So what he want to say to you. Give it up for...
Yo, it is your favorite fat freckle man. Your favorite coach's favorite coach. the big dog himself. Who?
Oh shit.
Nah, Charles. Fuck, like, big life.
Hey. And podcast.
We gonna drop the Charles too, because I feel you about that whole government thing.
Oh shit. So all right. So
We
you
just
don't-
gonna go with Nah. We just gonna go with
On the
Nah.
pod,
Culture
we gonna go
Nah.
with
We just
Nah.
gonna
We
go
just
with
use some
them.
first names on the pod.
Yeah.
Get with us on IG at Mr_Know-It-All_pod, the Facebook fan page, the Mr. Know-It-All Podcast fan page, Mr. Know-It-All Podcast on TikTok, and please, as always, send all of your fuckery, duckery, and schmuckery over to the Gmail account at MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. It's MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. Sorry, I'm a little off today, but you know what I mean? Feeling good. What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening? Everybody is here. Kelly, get off your goddamn phone. Who you talking to?
I'm not talking to anyone.
I'm about to say, are you playing Candy Crush again?
No.
I thought we gave that
I was
up.
deleting some photos.
Oh, yeah, no.
I was deleting some
wow.
screenshots.
can't get a vault.
Oh wow.
Sorry.
Well, first of all, there's a reason why I still have all my other phones. So
Oh, you got all
I
your.
could delete them off this.
You got all your.
We not on Patreon no more.
Got
Oh, all
two phones.
But I won't clip
know.
that.
Well, I mean,
all nasty videos on
No.
what you call it?
No,
You don't want nobody asking.
I don't have nasty videos on my phone.
Y'all ever did that before?
What?
What?
Taped yourself?
Tape myself.
We not on
Well, not
Patreon.
just-
I won't answer that
All
question.
right, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was not an admission to anything.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Yes.
you just denying it. This make you sound more guilty. Like you.
I never had anything.
I'm hoping it
before.
don't pop up.
I'll put it
nowhere
like
one
this.
Oh
day.
shit!
know what
Wait,
I'm
you
saying?
don't.
That
You're
part.
not a possession of it.
That part.
I mean,
Oh.
no, not anymore.
That part.
Wait a minute. So, holy.
What we
fuck.
talked about on Patreon,
Yeah.
that's where it's at.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh
Mhm.
wow.
Mhm.
Ooh wow. We
And
might have to revisit some other shit too. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So listen.
Because that's a whole nother conversation.
about you now?
That's Patreon.
Have I? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you kept them?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Because they're normally the ones that have them.
I have an infamous story about I used
So-
to use it as a trap. Not a trap. I don't say trap
Ooh.
because that's bad.
Ooh,
I'm about to say
Not a
oh,
trap. Yeah, that was bad.
yeah.
Not a
erase.
trap. Not a trap.
Erase.
Listen, not a trap.
You gotta be careful
I
with
know,
the words right
Yes,
exactly.
sir. Right about now.
I used to use it as a litmus to show the next.
Oh yeah.
I told you that.
Oh,
No.
this
Yeah,
what
you
I
far
like.
from the only dude that ever did that.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
how I like you to use
how I
your
get down.
fingers type thing.
I hate you so
Wow.
First and foremost, I don't like the way that you put any of that.
I was about to say
That
that,
was dope.
sounded
Shit was-
brazy.
Wow, Joe.
That
Wait a minute, wait a
sounded
minute. This
brazy.
is the way I like my nipples played with.
All right. So
Oh
I
man.
thought we retired that. But
You did. I didn't.
You
but
did.
No,
I
so-
needed
Oh,
you to
Kelly.
retire
Say
it.
you
Hey
can
yo,
talk
Kelly, that was
That
cruel.
was insane. That was insane.
Ooh.
That's fucked up. So you just
That
gonna
was
keep bringing this
cruel.
shit up. So look, there's
All right, nip
there's
tuck it, nip tuck it.
there's an
Back
infamous
here.
story. There's a yo, I hate them all.
Hey, you gotta make people want to watch the
Yeah, no,
video,
you're
I'm
absolutely
just
right. So
saying.
look.
Sheesh.
What
There's
you be
a-
doing there?
There's an
You do
infamous
got
story.
Nipsey Blue on.
There's an infamous.
Oh, he do got Nipsey Blue on.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let the jokes go.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
Let
Swear to
jokes-
God.
I'm gonna let jokes go.
Swear
You
to
know what I'm
God.
saying?
I'm-
So
I'm
look,
done.
there's an infamous story that I have, and I've talked about it before. I've talked about it on the pod, where I made a tape with an ex, and then I would tell the other Joan that I made a tape because I would ask them if they wanted to make a tape. So they'd come over, and I would show them the tape, and while they watching the tape, they want to do what's on
You
the
want to be
The
next? Yeah.
fuck was watching what?
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm walking out immediately.
But you didn't have to
might.
watch the tape. I didn't turn the tape on.
Right. He said he
unsuspecting.
asked if he
I
wanted
asked
to
him,
watch
like,
the
you want to
tape.
watch the tape?
That's what I'm saying. No.
Right. So
Yeah.
I don't want to watch you.
Fuck, I want to watch you with somebody else.
well, a lot of women don't feel the way y'all feel.
Yeah, I know.
That's some dumb shit. I ain't.
Yeah.
A lot of women
Fuck outta here.
don't feel the way y'all feel.
I think women throw up.
And then that's women that's trying to compete with somebody else. I ain't trying to compete with nobody.
I don't know that that's the case.
I don't think it's
So
competition.
I'm
I would like to
the
say
only
there
thing
is no
look,
competition.
I used to compete with women I don't know on porn.
well, you don't know these girls.
I ain't competing with nobody that somebody I'm with right then is with. I'm
Or
saying
has
like
been
a
with.
real porn like that's on TV.
I used
And I'm trying to outdo her.
the only thing that I used to
But that's it.
the only thing I used to like really be wary about is let's say I was
wild ambition.
I know that was some crazy shit. Like imagine if
listen,
imagine
man,
if
I
I
have
was
lived.
serving a chick up on the tape,
Because they doing it
but
for
she
free. You're
didn't
not
get
getting
the
paid.
whole situation like on the tape.
Right.
Why you doing that to her on the tape, but you couldn't
you
do
couldn't
that
do
to
that to
me
me?
or whatnot? And
Yeah,
was
that's just
So
yeah, but too many expectations. But I was young. I was
that
I was
just
fucking
brings
kid,
a
so I
bunch of
didn't-
shit that's
question.
unnecessary.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Now you
Pull your mic closer.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
I don't.
Pause.
It's right. Is that a good spot?
Hey,
Is that a good spot?
you do none of the editing. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Fucking get on
I
my
can
nerves.
hear myself super clearly.
I know,
and
but
I-
it just talk. Go ahead. What you
anyway.
saying?
So if you record yourself with somebody,
Yeah.
you record yourself with A,
Right.
and then you show B,
Yeah.
right? How would you feel if she recorded herself with A and showed you?
I didn't actually see that.
But if she asked you, would you say, "Yeah, let me see"?
No. I'm not
Okay, then
that
so
nigga.
why
No.
would you assume that
It's not
we?
assume. He
It's not as
offered.
I asked. When you
Right,
asked,
so I'm not mad at him.
Yeah, I
It's them
asked.
that said yes.
I want to hear this madness.
I asked.
He
I-
has this
because
thought
he's
in
not
his
the
head.
only dude.
It's as simple as that. I said, I asked. I said, yo, would you like to see it?
Why?
because
How
they
old were
want
you?
to see it.
About 17 and 18.
Oh.
Yeah,
See, but
like,
that's
you
the
wanna
part
see
I
it?
don't
Yeah,
understand.
Because
I
they
don't
wanna see
understand
it.
the wanting
17,
to
18,
see
they
it.
don't know what they're doing, so they need to see an example. Anyway,
No,
Yeah, that,
no,
that could be true.
I don't.
they want to see it.
I'm not mad at him for asking.
You ever had sex in front of somebody?
First and foremost,
No.
women enjoy watching other women. A lot of women enjoy watching other women at work.
Wait, y'all never, none of
yeah,
y'all,
we know that.
I'm the only one in here that's had sex in front of people?
I haven't had sex in front of nobody.
That's insane.
No.
What the fuck just happened? It's a whole, hold up. What
Me and Kelly in the same room, man.
yeah, yo.
It's a problem. Women.
What is wrong with y'all? Y'all got inside
Ever
jokes?
since the second live show, me and Kelly been placed on a different plane of friendship, bro. Like,
Y'all got-
it's just jokes.
We
be
just happen
catching.
to be next to each other
when crazy
shit
stuff
happens.
yo. Every time, me and Kelly just be right in each other proximity, and we seem to be the only two people
That
who
catch
know
shit.
what's going on.
So what do I have happening? I bought tires.
Besides flash photography.
Shut up. I bought Tires Tuesday Thoughts back. That's streaming now on all streaming audio sites. Tires Tuesday Thoughts.
Fire.
I was kind of going on my Franklin Saint rant this week about, people always telling you to be humble about some shit that you're great at.
Ooh,
Yeah.
speak
That
over.
part. That part.
That was a bar.
That
I
part.
like that.
Yeah. And I know when people saw the title, Sit Down, Be Humble, they probably thought I was telling people to be humble. No, I'm saying y'all sit down and be humble. I ain't got to sit down and be humble about anything. So, and this was probably my most successful Tires Tuesday Thoughts this week, too. Probably because I was posting excerpts. I actually did one about LGBTQI, or rest in peace.
in power.
to
Rest in peace.
The voice of the youth.
Yep, absolutely.
What else I got going on? I went to Brunch So Funny, hosted by Toure,
Yeah.
comedian Toure. That was a vibe.
Yeah.
Donna Rollins was there.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Dolman, sorry. He's a Virgo
What's up,
like
Jamal?
me. You know what I'm saying? Met him after the
Yes.
show. Now we, following each other. He's cool.
Oh, shit.
All
Yeah,
right.
she posted, and I was like,
What?
because the all shit makes
I
it sound
just-
like something
I
other
just
than us
said all shit.
following each other.
God damn.
I'm still in the process of writing my book. Podcast Link Philly. We just did our Empire Strikes Back,
Yep.
yep.
which was
Absolutely.
which I am very proud of. Show number 3.
Yep.
Should be.
We already talking about show number 4, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about that at a later time. That's some time off. Like I said, finishing my book and so I'm going on Talk Heavy.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Talk Heavy.
We'll be
Yeah.
on Talk Heavy podcast.
Having the
Me,
ladies on
Star,
there.
and Dana, Queens of Podcast Link Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Sunny also. And that should probably air, I guess, the week of May 27th or something like that.
It's probably going to be the following week.
Probably be the following week.
Probably
Yeah,
be
they
the
do.
following
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Sorry, but shout out to Talk Heavy. This is what this whole thing is about.
Mm-hmm.
We went to their show. They came to our show.
Right.
And now we're going on their show.
Yep.
So
collab,
that's what this
collab to
whole
collab.
Philly
Gotta love it.
support Philly
Absolutely.
vision is about.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
It makes me feel great because this is what I always envisioned.
Yeah.
Not just us doing it, but other people wanting to do it with us. And next thing you know, we got a whole Philly podcast tribe. Like, we just known for podcasting in Philly. That's the ultimate vision.
Right. Vibes. Kelly, what the hell you got going on?
Would you believe I am
shit.
taking a vacation from work?
Get the fuck out of here. Where you going? You going somewhere?
I'm just gonna hit the beach a couple of times. It's Memorial Day weekend.
That's what the vacation gonna sound like. Go ahead. What's it? What you just saying?
Not at all. But this is the first job that I've actually been like, you know what? I got about 5-6 days straight off of. I don't really have any plans to go anywhere.
You're not going away with your boo-boo? Y'all ain't hit a little Rehoboth?
In July.
Oh, in
He
July.
may
to
not
the
be on
Poconos in
vacation.
July.
She on
He's
vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So me and my son, I think Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we're going to hit 3 different beaches and just
Oh,
Love
okay.
it. That's
Say
chill out.
less.
That's thorough.
Yeah.
So Saturday and Sunday, I would not be in Philadelphia.
Ooh. Oh, shit. So you
What
basically
day is that? Next week?
Yeah, that's next week. So you saying?
Oh, that's the holiday.
You say you taking off?
It's Memorial Day weekend. We wasn't going.
Oh, yeah,
pod
right.
nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
We wasn't going to pod nowhere.
What I'm supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be doing something.
Yeah, you need to take
Anything.
off.
What's going on Memorial Day? I got something. I don't. You know what? I know I might be out of. Am I out of town? No, I'm gonna be here. I forget the
Maybe.
reason. I forget the reason. why I'm
Anywho,
so
we still
gonna
on
be
me.
here. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah.
My bad.
Anyway,
My bad. Go ahead. What else? What else?
Monday, tomorrow,
Yeah.
have my show with Hymp. Big
Okay.
Dan.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna be on it tomorrow? Ty, you gonna be on it tomorrow? We're gonna
What-
talk
what you
about
talking about?
power,
Yeah, raising Canaan.
raising Canaan,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think the week after that we're going to be on Godfather Harlem, which I finished today.
I did too.
Oh, okay.
Cause MGM Plus is free this week, so I got to catch up on.
Did you watch From?
No, I'm not watching From.
We watched,
I have
I
no
watched The
plans
Shy,
to
too.
watch it.
You watched The Shy?
No.
All right. Well, when we get to TV shows, we'll go back.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm done.
You done?
I'm done.
Yay.
And I'm happy.
The vibe.
Love that.
I don't even know what's it was something that was supposed to be going on this weekend that I have next weekend that I have no idea. Oh yeah, I'm
Somebody
going.
having a barbecue?
I'm going to the motherfucking Mooshaloo.
I was going to say,
Shake
you said you was
ass.
going to Moosha.
I'm going out there
Shake
shaking.
that ass,
I'm gonna shake
babe.
ass.
I can't do them jerseys.
Wrong me though.
No, I don't.
All right, nah.
I ain't
percolated,
never said I was
I
going nowhere to
percolated
shake ass,
yesterday.
bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Listen,
I've done the.
I'm not saying that I don't
I've done
shake
the
ass
willy
like
bounce.
all right.
I've done the electric slide.
All right, I'm going to go 2-step or whatnot. I'm 2-stepping.
I mean, if you gonna
That
go
was
shake
kinda-
ass, bro, pause. But do your thing if that's you.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm a grown ass
kinda,
man.
That was
But
kind of
I
wild.
just never,
Hey, listen,
I just
it ain't-
never
it ain't-
shook ass in my
ain't-
I can
life.
see you say I was going to watch somebody shake.
Yeah.
You said you was going
That's
to
why I had
shake
to
ass.
ask the
I'm
question.
like,
First
all
he
right.
said shake ass. I'm
all right. Then maybe all right.
But
Then
now he's
that's,
saying he finna go be it.
then that's me listening to other people that are a little bit too comfortable with saying the phrase shake ass. Maybe I shouldn't say it.
Bro, if you
I'll
out there
say-
twerking, I mean,
I'm
that's
not
you.
twerking, nigga. I just said I'm gonna be dancing.
Bro,
I'm
if you shaking ass, you shaking ass.
So are you?
I'm only judging you a
going to
little
be a
bit.
dancer? Are you going to get paid?
Shut the fuck up.
I just had questions. I mean, you shaking your ass, and you shaking your ass for $1?
No, I'm not shaking my
I know
ass.
you're
for
not
$1.
shaking your
I'm
ass
just,
for
all right,
free.
I'm going to go. I think I'm
You
going.
gonna go party?
I'm gonna go party. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna
That
go
sounds
party.
right.
I'm
There's
going-
no
I'm
way
gonna
I
have
have
fun.
to check you on statements.
See,
Listen.
it's hard for me to go on the
Foul,
Moose
foul.
Saloon because
Get seasick.
them Jersey dudes, man.
You with Jersey niggas?
Them
That is
Jersey
insane.
dudes with the wave cap and the fitted cap
Yo,
on
that's-
top of it.
Why
Like
do
I
you
just
do this shit to
looking
Jersey?
like wankster. Like I just
Now
can't.
listen, you're going now. Here, remember this.
I'm about
Next
to say,
week, you're going to New Jersey to record in
I'm about to say
Jersey
Dev-
Dude
Dev is a Jersey.
Studios.
Shout out to Dev.
Yeah, shout out to Dev Wade. You're
No,
going
but
to.
he don't dress like he got a Philly. Yeah.
Oh, don't
I
say
know what I'm
that.
talking
I
about.
know he don't.
Let
That
me
nigga-
say
that nigga is-
Nah, he
He got
not
a
gonna
Philly
take
look.
that with you.
Understandable, but that nigga's Camden, Jersey, New Jersey through
Yeah,
and
but
through.
he got a
That's his
Philly
thing.
look. He got a Philly look.
Okay.
Probably because he be around a lot of people from Philly.
I mean, it could be. I don't know.
But
I
them
mean-
Jersey dudes that only hang with
Are
Jersey
you
dudes got a
talking about
certain
like
look.
northern New Jersey?
I don't know.
Niggas that be outside in
Yeah,
like,
'cause usually
like
from the
Newark and Jersey City and all that
Well,
shit.
usually the ones on the Mushaloo is like from over the bridge or something. I don't know.
They all over the bridge.
Yeah, well.
Jersey's over the bridge.
Well, hey.
Said she don't know who's who.
I don't know.
She just
I
tired
don't know.
of
I just know
that.
they. I just
I
know.
don't know about Camden. I don't know about Trenton. I don't know.
I just know that they wear the wave cap with the fitted cap. I never seen Dev do that, so he's not who I'm talking
Oh,
about.
he watches old throwback.
I watch his old shit.
Oh,
Like,
well, damn.
His
Sorry,
throwback
Dev.
clips is definitely.
I got
Somebody had to
love
call
for
him out
you.
about it.
that's insane.
I got love for you. Just
Shout
don't
out
wear
to
that
Dev
when I
Wade,
come on
though.
the show, please.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I am. But other than that, I know one thing. These motherfucking shorts starting to ride. This shit is none of that.
You did that on purpose.
Shake
do that.
ass riding shorts.
I'm
Oh,
You know what? He was jealous that we get to show our
No,
thighs
these
when
Right,
we-
you talking about us not wearing
Like it's like when I sink into the chair, whatnot. The fucking shorts.
Talking
is like
about us
coming
not
up.
wearing
That's why you
skirts.
need like an extra
Showing
pillow
our
behind
thigh.
you to sit you up.
He
Like
trying-
I need a pillow
I
behind.
do. I got 2 pillows behind me.
Oh hell.
Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I know.
He trying to compete with us, Kelly.
It's fat nigga shit. Hold up. Stand up.
nah, cause I'm a fat nigga and I don't have the shorts rising.
Thank you.
Yeah, them Jones not even
Problem.
short.
Why
to
don't
be
you
rising
pull them
up like
down a
that.
little bit? Why don't you just sit on the edge of the chair?
Why don't you mind your business?
Well, I'm trying to help you out. I wore jeans today. I'm good.
I got on jeans too.
Yeah. Thyre Irving.
What you have on, Kelly?
Oh, Thyre
You can kiss
Irving
my-
is crazy.
Wait a minute.
Kyrie Irving is insane. Yo, go ahead. I ain't gonna step on the joke. Go ahead.
Thigh highs. Nigga got thigh high Nikes on.
Hi, Snipey. Say, listen, don't hate. I ain't mad. I'm back in the gym though, and this is I ain't gonna hold.
That's a shout out to that.
Shout out to me back. That's indeed. So that, I guess I should say
Like
that.
that.
I am back in the gym. I'm changing a lot of things in my diet, trying to take a lot of things away and whatnot. Kind of, just trying to get back to where I was a few years ago. Whatnot. I got to be healthy, and I'm trying to, just
Be
get,
happy and comfortable.
you know what I mean. But somebody, like I said before, I said it like sooner or later somebody's gonna have to see me naked. So it has to be one of them things where it's in a pleasurable view. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, because like what I look like just, not. You know what I'm saying? It not being a thing. You know what I mean? So
You gonna
And
get
we're
what I
not
got
on
under these.
Patreon.
You gonna get whatever I got under this.
yeah, but I just wanted
Yes.
to be, I mean? I
All
wanted
day.
I-
Nigga, you gonna be happy.
You knew I was fat.
You better kiss all his belly.
wow.
You
You knew I was
when
fat
You pulled
for
up.
Oh, wait a minute though. Wait a minute, because
You knew you was fat.
Faja's
Text
got
me what you doing.
Faja's got life backwards right now. So a lot of Fajas.
Well, I'm about to say I'm only speaking from the man point of view because women, but women are good at visual effects and
Niggas got Fajas now too. You think I'm playing?
serious.
Faja.
Niggas got Fajas, dog.
Niggas
the
out
hell
here
is
in the
a
Fajas,
Faja?
bro.
Like
What
what
is
you
that?
call? So listen, I work.
is that
I work
like-
out with a
is that
vest
like
with
a
the
fupa
with
for a
the
man?
strap, but I work out in it underneath my what you call it.
Yeah, that's different.
Dudes is wearing them shits outside. Yes, dog. They're wearing them shits outside.
Like not to sweat, they wearing them like to hide.
So they're wearing them to hide, but then they say also, you seen them Jones with the fucking t-shirts with the beaters. That's the condensing beaters.
That's what I'm saying. I see
G
dudes
unit?
wear that to sweat.
The G Unit wife beaters?
No, these niggas is wearing them underneath their clothes.
That's new to me. I did
Yeah.
not know.
Not the G Unit Jones. That's crazy. Like
The G choices.
Cause I'm like, what?
I hated them wife beaters.
Oh my god.
Me too.
yeah, that shit.
Those was the worst shit.
That shit was weird. It was
It
like
was so weird.
it's a fucking
Like fake ass
it's a-
bulletproof
yeah,
vest
it's a
beater.
fucking man brawl. Like it was
Like-
like because it didn't it like cut off and it had like
because it had spaghetti strap
spaghetti
sleeves.
straps.
It had spaghetti straps, right? And then it would have like 3 color blocks
Yeah.
underneath the arm. What the f- is this shit?
fucking spaghetti. You had to, but you had fat niggas couldn't pull it off.
No.
It was
for
one of
nothing.
the dog.
They tried.
You
That
Right.
shit would look
you
terrible.
had to be.
Right.
You actually had to have muscles to pull
Right,
it off.
Exactly.
Or you had to be scrawny.
50 or scrawny. 50 had niggas fucked up that
Yeah.
summer.
did.
That whole summer niggas was. I was like, yo, dog. I don't think it's gonna work.
I
was
couldn't wait for that
definitely
phase.
big.
I bought
to be
2.
over.
I was definitely big.
I bought 2. I had like
you
I
wild.
had a blue one and I
Yeah.
had, but then I realized I couldn't wear it. I couldn't wear it on top. I'm like, oh no, I'm too
Yeah.
fat. No, it was ones that was worse than that. That looks like a upgraded version of it. The one I had, that shit was none of that. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It had red, white, and blue.
think
Like,
Yeah, it had the, like, the color.
You know what the
block.
problem
Yeah.
was? Because it was a halter top with straps.
Yes,
So essentially
yes.
what it was, that's exactly what it was.
Yes.
So if you notice, the man's back was out. When you see
Yes.
a nigga back, you be like, 'cause yes. Like you can't see a nigga back in a t-shirt. You
Like, come on, bro. What are we doing here?
Because you notice that beaters come up to be underneath
All
your
right,
neck.
the neck.
Yeah, underneath your neck.
Already
So that
underneath
makes
your
it
neck.
cool. These Jones
Got
didn't
your
come up
back
like
out.
they had your fucking back out.
Right. Like you was going to sport a
I don't know about
corset or
you. I got
something.
I got a little hair on my back,
But
so it don't look good.
See, that's why. Shout out
You know what I'm saying?
shout out to Bridging the Gap. That's why when they was talking about the wife beaters besides white,
yeah.
that's immediately what I started thinking about.
I
I got
shout out-
PTSD from them G Unit wife beaters. That's
Yeah, I
that's
know.
exactly what I thought about. I'm like,
Terrible.
nah, just plain white, please. Just plain white, nothing extra. That's
You know that's what it, because niggas thought they was killing it or whatnot. You ever the nigga get you back to the crib, whatnot, y'all dating and shit. Nigga take that shit off. He trying to be sexy with the G. That nigga
I
like,
don't need no nigga taking off a girdle
I
though.
passed that part.
You taking off a let me take my girdle off first.
dog.
Can you unsnap?
No, no.
Look,
I was telling-
you
listen,
unsnap me in the back.
I was tell-
Right, can you unsnap me in the
Snap
back?
me in the back.
All right, so
Crazy work.
that is insane.
That
is
is
insane.
crazy.
I'm
work.
sorry, your neighbors. I'm sorry.
That's married. That's
You
actually
niggas,
married life.
You niggas need to be put on probation.
No, that's married life. I ain't gonna
Y'all
lie
need
to
be
you.
Put on house arrest,
back in the-
asking a
remember
woman
back-
to unsnap you in the back.
I don't know if you know. I don't know if you remember this. Though,
Whoever
right?
you niggas are, y'all need to be put on house arrest.
Before we go into what I'm talking about. Remember back in the day? I don't know. Listen, I've been a fat nigga all my life, right? And I was married for a long time. And the one thing that I will say is that I remember back when t-shirts had to be long, but
Yeah.
you would wash them and they would shrink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you had the time to go buy another t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I can say that when you was married, your lady would hold you down.
What, getting you the extra t-shirt?
She'll stretch your fucking t-shirt for you. You ever pull on your motherfucking t-shirt because it done slid up or whatnot? Dog, you know how many times that was a thing? It was like before we go out, I want you to pull the t-shirt. Like pull it down and whatnot, so it'll start to stretch
Was
again.
it a t-shirt shortage? Just buy another one. What
I'm
the
about to
hell?
say,
Nigga, we was on our way out the door. I didn't know that the t-shirt was gonna be shorter, and I had put it in the dryer just before I was away.
I mean, they definitely did shrink,
You
but
know what
I
I'm
just,
saying?
I just,
I wasn't going out there with a small t-shirt.
I just
with the
didn't
belly.
wear the
Especially if it
t-shirt.
was a white tee, you just pulled them out the pack.
Yeah, I know, but
throw it away.
but you can't buy from the corner store. Them
That's what
Jones is
people
trash.
used to do.
Yeah.
know what? I'm
In
kinda
the case
glad-
of emergency, yes, I
Right.
did.
But
Yeah.
see, they be talking about now how people don't get dressed like that.
Mm-hmm.
Men literally used to wear a white tee that they got from the corner store and be fresh. Like,
That's a fact.
Nigga, what you mean?
Icy, icy white.
Yeah, used
Okay,
to. Nigga, I got a Foreman Mills membership card.
icy white too. They used to actually
Y'all
have
did-
parties called icy white parties where you
Yeah.
had to wear the white tee to
And I don't
get in.
understand why y'all so embarrassed. Nigga, yeah, I definitely. Why? What's wrong with a Foreman?
Say,
Listen,
what y'all making them faces for? Y'all was getting
I
slayed
know.
by icy white tee
y'all
niggas.
definitely was. nigga, whole outfit was
T-shirt on the back.
Nigga, whole outfit was $17.95. Especially if he was hitting it with slides on. Niggas had slide socks, a pair of $9.99 shorts, and a basketball shorts, and a fucking $3 white
Facts.
tee.
when
Let
I
me ask you a
tell
question.
y'all-
Facts.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, what?
Because you've known me for a long time.
Yeah.
And you know how bougie I am.
Yup.
You really think I was?
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
I know for a fact.
I have
definitely was.
never.
I know some of your bodies.
Never let no
I
boy
know
in a
somebody.
white
Definitely
tee and
was.
shorts hit.
You never let it.
Baby, when I tell you I used to love them basketball shorts, that
Oh,
was
but
my
it ain't
favorite
good.
outfit.
Yeah, that nigga.
That
listen,
was my favorite outfit.
exactly. So you didn't even say. You said fuck it. Make sure you make sure you bring that
Basketball
outfit.
shorts and the tank top. Sometimes they had
There you
the
go.
sleeves cut up.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, nigga, they used to sell that outfit together. You lucky it wasn't a one piece. That nigga used to have a fucking. What you talking about? So you talk about the.
Wait, he say look, he was the one piece.
He was like, tick.
It might as well have.
So exactly, the nigga used to. I'm trying to tell you that outfit was no more
Kelly,
than
you
seven,
missed out.
$8. You can get them Jones 3 for $12 right now.
that used to be the great
Or
sweatpants.
go ahead and cut your sleeves off.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how women
that's
feel
great.
about gray sweatpants now? That's how we used to feel about basketball shorts.
That's a fact.
Hey,
That is a fact.
Just saying.
that's why you got basketball shorts on right now.
Nah, it's not. I'm hooping later. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
I mean, that was when I was
Whooping later.
younger.
Oh shit.
I'm a little more mature now.
I'm about to say, yeah. Now is not the way.
Speaking of
Now
ba-
is not the way.
Speaking of basketball,
Back then, that's how his dad should have
Alright.
known not to let that boy in the house.
We didn't even get to
I know.
the condiments.
Speaking of basketball, right? Did y'all see the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese?
I
beat?
did.
Oh man, can I speak on this a little bit?
How was that foul? Go ahead.
All right, so because funny enough, shout out to my co-host Mimi the Goddess, aka Big Mish. We actually had a little bit of a group chat exchange about it this morning.
Okay.
There was this discussion.
So she is on the side of. So me personally, I think Angel Reese overreacted. I think she completely overreacted to this foul, and I will tell you the one reason why. Because she's been fouled harder than that by different players and never had this reaction.
Right.
See,
She just don't like that bitch. Right?
She don't fuck with her.
So okay. So this is what I'm trying to say. That makes this look like a Caitlin Clark issue that Angel Reese has, which Angel Reese says she doesn't have.
I don't think so.
This should go back to college. We know for a fact
she has said out of her mouth,
right?
She don't have an
I
issue
not believe her.
with Caitlin Clark. So then why is Caitlin Clark the only person to foul you hard and you have this kind of reaction? Mind you, this ain't even the hardest foul you've taken. She took her two arms, wrapped them around you when you jumped and you fell. You got knocked out of the air last season, got back up, and at the press conference said, it's a tough foul. You take your lumps. We're just playing basketball. Why would Caitlin Clark you want to fight?
Because you don't fuck with Caitlin Clark.
So again,
like,
without me putting conjecture on that,
I don't think so.
Right.
and trying to assign the exact reason, it does bring up the question why. And if we're not going to ask the question why, then like I said, this makes this an absolute overreaction because you didn't do it to nobody else. This is not at the end of the season where it's like, I'm tired of being fouled. People done hit me enough times like Shaq used to have at some point during the season because he got tired of getting hit all the time.
Yeah.
Secondly, Caitlin at her press conference afterwards said, yeah, I fouled her intentionally. It's a take foul. I'd rather you go to the free throw line and shoot free throws than let you get the easy bucket. It happens all the time. I don't know why they upgraded it to the flagrant, which is what happened.
Well, can I tell you one of the reasons why they upgraded it to the flagrant before you go?
Go.
Because the motherfuckers was up by 20 points.
There we go.
And so all right, so you know how it is when you start talking about the sportsmanship side of a situation.
Yes.
Football,
Alleged sportsmanship.
basketball, the shit goes the same way and whatnot. What you
Alleged
don't-
sportsmanship.
Yeah, exactly. So what you do is you don't up the ante on a situation that you already have full control over,
Yep.
and you don't go the extra mile when it's not necessary.
Right.
So Caitlin Clark really did not have to foul.
She coulda let her have the 2
at
points.
all. You was up by 20 points. You did that to make a statement. Okay, so by you making that fucking statement, that's what got under Angel Reese's crawl.
Exactly.
That's all it was. You know for a
Agree.
fact you up by a dub, bro. Why are you doing this? You're doing this because
Caitlin Clark is a hack. She fouls everybody.
Yeah,
she is a hack.
Right.
She is not a good defender by any means. She is a hack. Anybody who hoops knows exactly what I'm talking about. That person that always has to foul.
She don't, but it ain't
And that's
about
her.
it ain't about being a good
Now,
defender.
No. What I'm saying is this. If you a hack, you hack regardless. Pat Beverleys and all these people who are good defenders but also hack, that's that type of
But
person.
Pat Beverly also punched niggas in the mouth.
True.
Like
true.
that's, you know what I'm saying? Like
True.
it's different.
But every team has hacks. Every team in sports has hacks. Caitlin Clark, though she's a star player, is also a hack because she can't guard nobody.
No, we get it.
Yeah, she's
I
a
get
hack.
I get
So
that.
all she did was be who she is, a hack. She wasn't thinking about time and score. She hacked because she hacks.
I can't let that slide. But go ahead, Ty.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
so
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is my thing. This how I
Yeah.
feel about it. You know, I see things from all sides. I can agree that Angel may have overreacted. Right?
Okay.
But I don't think it was just the foul. It was the little push afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody ain't really talk about that. Yeah, she fouled her, but then she like pushed her. And then she turned around and walked away and looked like. So, and I also think, you know, this rivalry is good for the WNBA. It's good for the ratings. It made people want to watch. Every time the two of these go against each other, people are looking for a story.
So is this like the
Where-
female?
Right. Like
Bird
Bird,
and
versus
Johnson?
Magic.
Yes.
So that's what I think it
got a
also is. So I think some of that on both sides is what occurred.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a reaction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I fouled her and I turned around and looked at her like, you know what I'm saying? Because after the game, Angel said the same thing she always said. She said the ref made a good call. She didn't say, oh my God, she attacked me. You know, she didn't play victim at all. And also we gotta remember, this is the thing I keep saying about the WNBA. when the women do certain things, people call it emotional. People call it overreacting.
Right.
When the same thing happens with a man in the game, they don't say that. And I think it's because they're women, they automatically see, oh, she's being emotional. Sometimes it's passion. The girl is still a baller and got fouled in the middle of the game while they was down 20, which you already, like you pointed out, they're down 20.
Right.
So you're already mad about being down 20.
I'm down by
your goddamn rival.
But not only am I down by 20, I really don't fuck with you like that.
I don't.
You know what I'm
think
saying?
that
Like
she
it's
don't-
like that. Like
I think it's basketball. It's not personal.
nah, it's personal.
I don't think it's
The
personal.
first part of it's personal.
I don't think it's personal.
It is. It's
I
that.
really don't. I
I'm
think
that-
it's
I'm
Basketball
basketball.
and personal.
It's Thank you. Basketball
I
and
don't think
it's
it's
you
She
can.
doesn't talk about her in a negative
Just
way.
Not
because
about
she does,
that.
she okay, and
Goes back
this is
years.
this is someone who does not watch basketball,
Mm-hmm.
but it is obvious that she has a team behind her who is letting her know, don't go out there with the rah rah.
Right.
She may be thinking all the things that she wants to think about this chick, because even I know before they got drafted, it was a whole bunch of bullshit when they got drafted.
Right.
And it's like you said, it's been through the whole college thing. She said everything she needed to say in college. So I don't have to say anything now.
Right.
She know how I feel about her,
Right. Right.
and just keep moving on.
But that's
it's
the point.
personal
That's the
all
point.
day, but I am not going to let this personal mess with my brand, because now this is professional.
But in the heat of the moment, you can't do it. I really don't fuck with you like that. And I can let everything else go. I haven't fucked with you since college. I already know the type of person that I don't. You're not the type of person that I like. We never made friends. It's always been competition. It's always been a thing. That's fine. At the end of the day, though, I really don't fuck with you like that. So when I'm down 20 and you just take it upon yourself to be extra, you know I don't fuck with you like that. So at the end of the day, see, people like that are extremely methodical as well. So what you're going to do is that you're going to trick me out my spot. Then you're going to get me ejected from the fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, that's the point.
Yeah.
So you're methodical. So at the end of the
That's
day,
true.
Angel Reese her anger, it was levels to the shit. She was mad. I really don't fuck with you. And the fact that I know what you're trying to do. But now you've gotten me here. I'm not going to let it totally trick me out my spot. I'm just going to say,
she
you know what?
did.
But she said, Kelly was, by the press conference, she dialed it back.
Yeah.
The reason why you dialed it back instead of doing what you did in college is because you understand what she's doing. And you can just say it. So we talk about this. She said, but what she say? Bird is magic and bird. She said bird.
Yeah.
What she said?
Bird and Johnson.
Bird and Johnson. But I love it
Still
though.
Magic and Bird.
I know, but a pause.
It's his
Pause.
last name.
Bird and
Oh,
Johnson.
man, Bird and Johnson. Oh.
But that,
You knew what the fuck I was talking about.
But at the end of the day, like you really got to give credence to both of them for being more adult about the situation. But that methodical shit that Caitlin Clark does, she know what the fuck she doing. Anybody that's as cerebral on the basketball court offensively as she is thinks on a different level. I've seen Steph Curry do the same thing. I've seen Michael Jordan do the same type of thing. It's that methodical thought processes. This nigga has a tendency to be a hothead, so I'm going to get him in foul trouble or I'm going to do something to get him fucking ejected. So that's what it is. You know
Well,
what I mean?
people do that to Draymond all the time.
Facts. Facts.
People
because
do
they
that
know
to
he's gonna-
Draymond all the time.
They
But
know exactly what he's going to do.
to bring up that point, though, if Draymond gets into it with Rudy Gobert, people don't say,
No, that's
"Oh,
not
he
true.
can't stand him."
That's not true. That's absolutely what they said.
No.
Exactly.
That's exactly what they said.
No, it's on the court.
Nigga stepped
No, they
on Rudy
literally said
Gobert's
it.
chest.
On the
No.
court.
It wasn't Rudy Gobert.
no, who
He
was
choked
that?
Rudy Gobert
Choked
out.
Rudy Gobert. Who was the
Sabonis
nigga?
is whose
No,
chest
it's
he
my
stepped
fault.
on.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
But when he choked Rudy, they said, yeah, he can't stand Rudy. Because he didn't have to get involved in that. So that's not the example you want to go with.
Okay, no. Because the example I'm making is, did Draymond say he can't stand Rudy Gobert?
No.
Exactly.
Right,
The
right.
media is going to push this narrative between the two of them because that's what they got to stand on to push the WNBA.
Understood. We did it, y'all. We unpacked it. These
That's
two
all I'm
motherfuckers.
saying.
Shout out to them. At the end of the day or whatnot,
Facts.
they need something to keep the static going. Keep the static going. I don't give a fuck. I would love to see them celebrity box because they damn sure don't make enough money playing
Caitlin
basketball.
did the AI to Tyronn Lue without stepping over. She just turn around like,
That's what people do when they hack somebody. They walk away like
Exactly.
they
Yeah,
never did.
like you ain't do shit. But I
Y'all
should.
better not do that to me later on.
They
We
should
friends.
They
but
should have
don't
let her
do that.
punch Caitlin in the face. And then we really would have had some shit going.
Nah, she wasn't.
Exactly. She.
That's why I said it was.
I ain't gonna lie. She
Yeah,
might
you
have
better
swung.
punch her, but you
She
might
might
have
have
punched her in the
swung.
face.
She was mad enough to swing.
Definitely would
To
have punched.
me, it was a little bit of a show too.
Oh, you
We
think
gotta
it was hold me
keep
back?
we
You think
gotta
it was
keep
hold me
the
back on it?
ratings going.
Lower the court 2 feet.
No,
ladies, have
no,
us
no.
dunk.
We
No, we
gotta-
gonna have
they
that
got-
conversation
Oh,
at
yeah.
another time, but I hate that
trying-
conversation.
They're trying to
Let 'em
keep
dunk.
the ratings up.
Because next time you could just dunk on kids.
Guess what?
Do not lower
Guess
the
what?
rim.
What?
If that don't happen, right? People might not even talking about the WNBA today. Case in point. Moving on.
All right. So real quick, we're gonna breeze through the rest of these catch-ups or whatnot. Real quick, each one of y'all give me 2 sentences about what you think about these next 2 things, and go.
Jesus.
Diddy and Cassie.
I'm not speaking on it. Y'all got it.
All right. Anything? 2 sentences.
1.5.
So this what I'm gonna say about this. This is a story of abuse. We can nobody will deny that.
We ain't denying abuse now.
It's also a story of addiction. Addiction to lifestyle. Addiction to drugs.
Right.
Addiction to attention.
Yeah.
Addiction to money. Addiction to power.
You missing one.
What? Love?
Addiction. No, addiction,
Addiction
to
to
sex.
Oh, sex. Sorry.
Yeah.
How I forget that one?
A particular type of sex too.
How I forget that one? Addiction to sex.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's what's being missed a lot in this situation is everybody zeroing on abuse, which, don't get me wrong, is the most important thing.
Right.
But we all, how did it get to that point?
Okay.
The addiction was first
Yeah.
on both sides,
Right.
which is how it got to the abuse.
Gotcha.
And I feel like we can't learn from this situation, which that's what people should be trying to do, because now we are having all these conversations about mental health, about addiction, about abuse, about the cycle of abuse, right? But you can't talk about the cycle of abuse without talking about how the cycle began. And it started with addiction
Yeah.
on both sides. It
Okay.
started with the addiction to lifestyle.
Right.
Ooh.
It did.
Okay.
Because from our own admission, I didn't like him at first. I liked the lifestyle.
But how do you become addicted to something that you don't have without? So okay.
That's exactly how it is.
That's
No,
exactly what it is.
no. My thing, no, because I was gonna reword it. It's hard to become addicted to a situation unless you're introduced to it from a particular person that is engulfed in it already.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So what I'm saying is that she's addicted to it because of what he provided to it.
Right.
So, all right, but here's the thing. It also lends itself to, because addiction is one of those things where it almost seems hopeless. Like you're engulfed in these situations until you make a decision to get help in order to get out of it.
No. Right.
In her
No,
instance,
no.
wait, just listen what I'm saying.
But that's not.
That's all right.
I didn't get my
I'm
two
not
minutes.
That's the description
You cut it
of
to
one
my
type
2
of
minutes.
addiction.
You cut it to my 2 minutes.
I
It
did not
wasn't
cut
2
it.
minutes. It
That
was
shit
2
about
sentences.
it was 2 sentences.
Oh, he said 2 cents.
He cut into my 2
I think
sentences.
I'm about to wrap it up.
Go
I
ahead.
just said 2
Yeah.
minutes.
All right.
One, that description of addiction is only a description of one type of addiction.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So all addiction is not like looked upon as hopeless.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Secondly, my heart goes out to his children, especially his daughters,
Okay.
that are actually sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, even if you let them come to the courthouse, don't let them be in the courtroom.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like, when he walks in and he sees his kids, okay, you see the kids. Let them walk out.
I wouldn't let him walk in because he looked like Frederick Douglass. But that's the
Disrespectful.
entire
Oh, my
topic.
God.
Yeah,
Disrespectful.
Get a nigga cut
But-
his hair.
Quincy,
Frederick Didless.
Quincy,
Frederick Douglass.
Diddless. Frederick Diddless.
What?
look, but Quincy, like the boys can stay
Sean
because they're
P.
all
Diddy
older.
Douglas.
Adults, or lack thereof.
Diddy Douglas is crazy.
Oh no. Oh my God. Who is gonna make that meme? Who's gonna make that
He
meme?
better.
Who's gonna make that meme?
Just take it to Diddy Douglas.
Got to put it in
can't.
sepia.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Yo. Oh gosh.
I'm not adult.
Yo,
for this.
thoughts about I'm too immature for this part of the conversation. Thoughts and prayers to everybody involved
Yeah.
in that portion of it.
I will say this.
Go ahead, finish, please.
I am with everybody else when I say I want Farnsworth Bentley on the stand.
Yo, come on. See, that's what I'm saying.
I want Farnsworth Bentley.
I get it.
Yeah, I get
Yo.
it. Yeah, but
I want it.
this shit is already becoming a fucking circus and a spectacle, and to like you are
Like at the end of the day,
I can see this nigga coming on twirling his umbrella
shit
and
is
shit. Like,
shit is going to come out. Everything done in the
that's the
dark.
only thing that hasn't come out so far. Literally.
Right, but everything done in the dark is going to come out into the light.
Right.
I don't know how long this trial is going to be because what's being said at the trial and what he's actually being tried for are kind of like two different things. However, we're married.
We're married?
We're Kim.
You trying to bring everybody in? This is not the
Because at the end of the day, guess what?
you trying to get the Avengers back there.
They are coming for everybody.
They are.
And I wish Kim was alive.
You know what we got to be careful of? So this is something that I wanted to say, and I'm going to say this.
Because when you think about all this stuff that Cassie is singing, everybody is just like, damn, what did Kim go through?
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. This is all I'm hearing online, on TikTok, on
Wait.
Instagram.
Let me speak on that.
What?
So, all right, I'm going to say this as politically correct as possible.
There's no way.
She about to rattle the room. Go ahead.
Look, first of all, there's no way to say it politically correct.
Okay, so when it comes to Kim Porter, right,
Mm-hmm.
I think Diddy know he couldn't try that shit with her. She wasn't going for
Right.
a lot of that shit, right? Because you listen to Cassie's testimony, what did she say? The way he talked about Kim is different than the way he talked about her. Yeah. Kim is my soulmate. I go and do family shit with Kim. You know what I mean? I call Kim for this. I call Kim for that. So just maybe she was the one that he could release all that on.
Right.
And not on Kim Porter. I think that people assume because of this relationship, that he had this relationship with Cassie, he had this relationship with every single woman.
That's why I think it's mutual. That's why I think the relationship is mutual.
That's not always the case, right? Because that's why I said before, a lot of things start with addiction. I don't think Kim had an addiction to the lifestyle.
She probably did. But you also
that's the difference.
It also says a couple of different things. It also says that Kim might have been able to stand more on her own feet. Also, she was older, so that's a difference. Difference in opinion.
Exactly.
Another thing though, let's keep it 1,000. She
got 3 kids by him.
Yeah, she got children by this nigga, and like in the most
her
honest,
lifestyle was kept.
Exactly, in the most honest of ways.
My point.
In the most honest of ways. At the end of the day,
And one by Albie Shore, so
right, and you cut up with who you can fucking cut up with.
And that's my point.
Like every one of us has different groups of friends that we do different shit with.
That's my point.
Let's keep it a stack. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like that. Like, we all have people that we interact with. We've all had.
But that may
we
also
really
be a
want to
reason
go there.
why she never married him.
But let's have a real conversation. We have people that we've been intimate with, that we've had different intimate experiences with than we've had with others.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, and this
let's
is
think about that.
come on.
Okay.
Absolutely.
No, I'm just saying.
No,
I was
absolutely.
just having a thought.
So my thing is that the only thing that I don't like, and I'll leave it at this, I don't like to absolve participants.
Right.
Just because we feel as if that at one point they were trained to be that way. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what you tell me. If you show somebody how to do something, their state of mind beyond the point of just having an addiction to it, they still have to corroborate. That's real rap. So if you're not going to be a part of this, then don't be a part of it. Don't try to steal second base while keeping your foot on first. My nigga, are you in or you out? Because here's the thing. Once you become your own monster and I try to talk you off the ledge, you can't look back at me and scream, you created this, now live with it, nigga. And anything that goes along with it, you live with it. I might have to, but it still doesn't absolve you. Because now you are your own monster. So when she says shit like, I'm always down for a freak off, or when she says shit like, yeah, I was doing it without him. It was times when he sent me to rehab. He may have created who I am, but God damn it, I'm still me. And not only that, when I decided to step away from the nigga, I did that shit under my own power. So what are we talking about now? So now you're saying at that moment I was weak. Yes, at that moment I was weak, but now I'm strong. But what about all the other times in between?
But that's how addiction works.
I understand that. But at the end of the day, you're still held accountable. You need to be held accountable.
I'm not saying you don't, but that's how addiction works.
I get it. But you still need to be held accountable. And at the end of the day, this shit still
It's
ain't got
like
nothing.
it's like when Gator stole the TV. He wouldn't have did that.
Shit
He
still
wasn't
ain't
on drugs.
still ain't got nothing to do with why
Still going to be
he's
held
being-
accountable for stealing the
why
TV.
He still ain't got nothing to do why he's been locked up. That's how I feel. He's locked up for racketeering and all this other shit, but they're still ding abusing his character to make him lower and less than.
So what it is right when you're
Abusing his character or discussing it?
I think
don't say abusing this.
All right, you're right. Maybe abusing.
Because he actually did this shit, so
He definitely did it.
That's the only reason why I said it can't be abusing.
Sorry, so they're not abusing it. What they're doing, but
He ain't denying doing this shit. So they ain't not
exactly.
abusing
So he's
his
not
character.
denying it or whatever. So he's saying he's a piece of shit. What they're doing is, abusing is the wrong term. What they're doing is they're bringing it to light and whatnot in order to to defame his character in front
Can't
of
even
them.
say defame.
But no. I'm gonna tell you why. Because what they're doing is they're utilizing every fucking fault that he has and all the monstrosity of a person that he is in order to paint a picture, in order to make them say, "Hey, listen, he did that shit."
Oh yeah, now
It's
that,
not.
now
That's what I
that-
mean.
But it's one thing to say that you're trying to convince people
Yeah, not
that
defame.
he's
though.
guilty of
The
that,
defame
but you
is
can't
not
say I'm
true.
defaming your character by
Yeah,
saying shit
that
you
is
did.
true.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I'm trying to
too.
paint
I
Navi
agree
out
with
as a
that. I
fat
agree with
nigga
that,
and you
yeah.
showing the Mountain Dews
Yeah.
and the ho-hos
Yeah,
and the
that's
chips
true.
in my bag.
But you can say that okay.
Or you showing the receipts from all the fat places I
But
ate.
here's the thing. So, but what you're saying. So, your exact point right there is exactly why I think that Cassie is also culpable, because you're saying the same exact thing. You're saying that she's a monster with evidence, with proof, with all of this, but you're saying that but she was groomed and trained for this.
So
Different type of monster, but that's not.
I'm about to say sometimes two things can be true.
Two things
but
can be true. That's what I
thank you.
mean.
So that's what I want to say, right? But in situations like this, if you say two things can be true, you're victim blaming. I'm not victim blaming. I'm looking at the situation from all sides. You can't say
She's a victim and a monster. Two things can be
right.
true.
The cycle of abuse
You know what I'm saying?
is just that. Where did his cycle start from? What happened? Who abused him that he started? Because most people who abuse other people.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we gonna talk about the cycle of abuse. You guys talk about where it began.
No, absolutely, I agree with that.
And like I said, the Kim Porter example is this: the abuse was able to come to fruition because the addiction to lifestyle started.
Speaking of abuse,
That's what I'm saying. So maybe in Kim Porter case,
right?
I can't move like that with her. She
Right.
ain't going for that.
I agree.
Because she doesn't need what I provide.
Right.
Or she's not, she's not addicted to this or addicted to that or whatever. That's
Right.
why I said the addiction is important, because from her own admission, she said she liked the lifestyle.
Right.
And then she ain't want no other woman to have it.
Yeah.
And then she ain't want no other woman in her spot.
Right.
So that's how
He turned around and had a baby with somebody
right.
else.
And that's how somebody gets into your mind and you start
Well, he
to do
groomed her.
things
Wait,
in order
he
to
groomed
keep
her.
it going.
But
Anyway.
but you still that's
Wrapping up.
You're right.
Wrapping
That's
up.
always going to be a point of discussion. We'll come back to that because this shit gonna be going on for a long
Yeah.
time.
All right. We can move on.
Um,
Yeah.
Tori and Meg, 2 sentences.
Who cares? Next.
Still hearsay, in my opinion.
All of it is hearsay.
I ain't investigated enough to.
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
confident
All of it is hearsay. Like I said before, at the end of the day, when all of this shit needs to be proven in court, and I just hate that. I hate the fact that court of public opinion means so much, but we're actually going to really see what this is about now. We're going to see
may.
what type of we're going to see how much influence that the court of public opinion has.
Yeah. I mean,
Because if this
so
can lend itself to retrying this situation and things turn out different, it's gonna be weird.
that's not gonna happen. So
could be.
here's the thing. First of all, it's all hearsay. Somebody saying they heard her say that she did it. That's hearsay. That's hearsay, and they ain't bringing that into court. Now, if they actually go back and test some shit or whatever the case may be, and let's be clear,
She has
the
immunity.
one witness that is the reason he got convicted was his witness. That was his witness.
What
That was
witness?
defense witness. The dude, Sean Kelly, whatever his name is, that was Tori and them witness.
Mm-hmm.
Your witness is the one that said they saw you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's all bullshit. And what people do is, oh, well, we always thought he was innocent. And as soon as they hear something, then they jumping on it. It's still hearsay. So until it's no longer hearsay and it's actually, proven to
Right.
be true,
Right.
everybody got to just move on. Because this shit is just need to go. It just need to go.
No, you're right.
At the end of the day,
to go.
there's a bunch of dumbass people that did a bunch of dumbass shit, high on drugs that night,
Right.
and everybody just need to move on.
That's why I think everybody. But if they proved that,
Now they need to move him to another jail because
Listen,
I mean, you know.
yeah, exactly.
But-
if any of this shit is a conspiracy at all, though, I really, really feel, and that's the thing that scares me.
But
the most.
why? Who the fuck
Just-
is Tory Lanez?
But just
that all
listen,
these people would just
no.
try
It's
to
not
set
about.
him up.
It's not about Tory Lanez. It's about Meg Thee Stallion.
I'm not even talking about Meg Thee Stallion.
But I
Y'all-
am. I'm talking about
because
because
y'all keep forgetting this case originally was not about her.
You
He
miss
the
it.
one that made it about her.
But you
I
miss
don't
it.
want to argue about this no
Right.
more. I'm just saying.
just like the Diddy
everybody
case, not
keeps
about
saying-
Cassie, but it is about Cassie.
No, listen.
That's the thing.
Everybody
like, these
keeps
things,
saying, "Oh, they was setting Tory up. They wanted him to go to jail for what? Who
I'm
the
not
fuck is
listening
Tory
to everybody.
Lanez?
I'm not listening to everybody when it comes to that.
Who is
But
Tory Lanez?
No, listen. I'm not listening to Tory because those are Tory's fans. What I'm always talking about is what's on the right side of right and the right side and the wrong
Agree.
side of wrong. So at the end of the day, when we start talking about all this additional extra shit, it scares me because I do feel like there are greater powers at play when it comes down to a lot of this
I
shit.
mean, that's true.
And people do things for particular reasons. So the reason why I bring up Meg is because who she's attached to. And the other nigga that they want to bring down, as much as they want to bring down Diddy, is the nigga that's attached to her, and his name is Sean Carter. So that's the thing that worries me because then I start to feel like we already saw somebody try to attack him earlier this year. There is an onslaught going on our black figures. Now, Diddy didn't make it no better because the nigga is always in some shit. But we don't know what anybody else's lifestyle entails either. So what I'm saying is that people's lives are their lives. We don't know what it's like to be a billionaire. We don't know what it's like to be rich. So it's scary when I start thinking about it because now I'm starting to think like, oh shit, I think they're just aiming for niggas. And sooner or later, the bigger you are, the easier you are to catch. So thoughts and prayers. Shout out to all them and whatnot. We'll move on. We'll talk about shows and movies real quick.
Are we
Anybody
not gonna talk
watching?
about Chris Brown?
No.
Oh, all right.
Fuck for.
No, I think that Chris Brown is doing. I think Chris Brown, his situation is a smart one because Chris Brown is coming back in the light. I think within the next 10 years, we will give Chris Brown the reverence that he deserves.
No, I'm talking about the shit he
I know.
did.
I'm
Oh.
bringing it up because of this. We'll start to give him the reverence that he deserved if he didn't get into that situation with Rihanna. He's now being considered. He won a Grammy. He's being considered for other award shows. They do the Michael Jackson tribute. It is a thing now. Chris Brown is now back in the good graces of people. Or after 15 years later after that Rihanna thing. So with him going to jail, I think it's him paying his dues for fuck shit that he did then. I don't agree with them keeping him like
see what you're
that.
saying.
I don't agree with them keeping him like
This
that.
is his penance.
But this is his penance. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. That's how I feel.
How is it his penance when it's actually something that he should be locked up for?
I'm not saying it shouldn't be. What I'm saying is that at
He's
the end of-
finally being jailed.
right. He's being the cause is the cause. So now he's facing all of his things.
He's
that
been in
that
jail before though.
I'm saying it, but he has not been 40-year-old Chris Brown right now, then and there, looking at situations for what they are. Yeah. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at this Chris Brown as a different thing. I think that once he gets past this, he'll be able to keep doing the stadium. He's on a fucking stadium tour right now, which is insane. You know what I mean? By himself, and it's awesome. So shout out to Chris Brown.
If he gets past this.
If he gets past it, I mean, what they gonna? I mean, all right. I mean, listen.
Well, they got him on, the no-fly list and all that.
Yeah. They
But
don't
I
want him
just
to
don't
leave.
This is my thing. I don't understand how you had that much money or whatever, and nobody checks or researches if you got a warrant in this country before you go there.
No, they knew he had a warrant. They knew he.
Why would he go there?
He didn't know.
I just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How doesn't he know?
You know what? But he knew he did the shit. So when they arrested him for it, he's just like, oh shit, I fucked up. So my thing is that I think
I'm
it's
sure
easier to
he
accept.
thinks two things. One, I'm on tour. They're not going to arrest me.
Right.
That's dumb.
Two, they still talking about that?
Yeah. I did, and that's kind of my point.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
Yes, they still
I
talking
think,
about
Or, people find out, people get warrants all the time. I didn't realize I had a warrant.
That's true.
that's true too.
Because
That's
if
true.
you're using one mailing address
Right.
Yeah.
and your stuff and you move,
Yeah.
They probably ain't
And
sent
that-
one though.
Well, I bust this nigga over the head 10 years ago. I don't fucking know. Oh shit. You know
the
what I mean?
information they would get for Chris Brown wouldn't be his direct home
Or he could have been high.
address. So,
Yeah,
you know.
he could have been high or something when he did it. Who knows? I mean, it's
Yeah.
Chris Brown got anger issues, but anyway.
Yep.
yeah, of course.
I mean, let's call it a spade a spade. I'm not even talking about the Rihanna thing. That was long ago.
This
He
has
was
been a
17
thing.
years
I
old.
met
But that was
his-
an example of it.
I
But
met
he has
his
anger
former
issues.
aunt. I met someone who was married to his uncle. So
Oh, okay, okay.
Former aunt.
Right.
She said he been a pain in the ass since he was a kid. She's like, when the first time I met him, I didn't like him.
He's an overactive.
And she's like, he was young. He was like 8 or 9 when she met him. She's like, I didn't like him then.
Right. Yeah. He's over.
She's like, he's been rude since the day I met him.
he's one of them.
And no one has ever checked him.
Ooh.
Well,
That alone.
Yeah, that
alone.
Right.
There it is.
that nigga been a million.
Being unchecked.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I feel like people don't look at these situations for what they are. It's mental health.
He's been a millionaire since he's been 15 though.
Is
so,
that is
it's
that mental health or
No,
behavior?
I think that's behavior.
behavior?
I think that's
But where does
That's
the
being
behavior stem
unto-
from?
that's being
behavior
unparented.
just is you
No,
not being
fuck that
checked.
shit. That's being
You know
unparented.
yeah, but you can know you're wrong.
y'all gotta
understand.
remember though. We're still talking about a child star. If you have conduct
No,
issues,
no. I'm
She
talking
was saying
about
before
this
that,
boy
though.
was
That's
8.
right. I
So
get it.
that's being unparented.
That's what I'm saying. But if you have conduct issues before then, even as you begin to develop these talents and these gifts, and you're given all this opportunity, it's not going to just go away
course
because
not.
of some age maturity.
It is
level.
unparented. If you never checked him at 8, how you going to check him at 18?
But how
Right.
do you know he wasn't checked?
We don't. It's just
We
saying
don't, yeah.
if what Kelly is saying from what she learned, if that is true,
Yeah.
then that would explain everything else.
Which I do understand, but I
Yes.
just know for a fact that knowing children with behavior problems, you know what I'm saying? It is a thing to which that you can check them again, and again. What happens is that
But if he's
Sometimes-
developing his money,
But
then
so
why
think
are
about
we
it,
not checking
But
his
think, but
health?
no, because think about it like this: as a child star, you utilize these gifts in order to just keep his ass the fuck out of trouble. So when you,
But he doesn't stay out of trouble.
but you're missing what I'm saying. It's a difference when you get into trouble when you're a grown man as opposed to when you're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you become a singer or a rapper and I can put you in every position in order to make that happen, that might have been what his parent was doing rather than the typical parenting that we know, rather than traditional parenting. So therefore, by the time you now at 15 sign $1 million contract and you selling records out the ass, that portion of what needed to be dealt with never got checked. So now you're going into adulthood with these same type of woes. Now, me personally, I understand it because I just know that things like that take place. He now is at a level of a lot of that shit is probably behind him, and he's probably still an arrogant little asshole because he's been rich all his life. But what the fuck can you do? But now serve your penance. That's it. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Like now we can't check him for for the dickhead young boy that he was at 8.
Of course.
But at 38,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He can start to rectify the shit that was going on back then.
He may have never raised his inner child.
Right, exactly. And now he's going to learn as he's a father, as he's more mature, as he's making money hand over fist. He's looking at it like, yo, all right, I need to get better. So,
I mean, he been making bread, but maybe, like you said, maybe this
Yeah.
could be the, all right, I don't want to be.
Maybe
in
this
jail.
is
I don't
the
want to
grow up
be,
moment.
it's the
Yeah,
grow up
like-
moment. I don't want to be in jail, bro. I don't want to be locked the fuck up. I don't want to
Because
be.
at this point, he got, 2 kids, right?
Yeah, you got two.
You don't want to
kids,
miss out on
You don't.
And
anything.
you got a whole tour coming.
No. He's on tour.
On tour.
He's on tour.
That's the reason.
He got
why
arrested
he's,
while
That's what
on
I'm saying,
tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got dates coming up, sold
Yeah,
out.
well, he
dates
got
in
one on
stadiums.
Tuesday
Yeah.
where he's locked up at.
right.
Right.
So, and that's the whole point. So, I mean,
So hopefully he get out.
maybe this could help him.
yeah,
He'll be on
Pray- yeah,
probation.
prayers.
Realize I don't want to take any more losses.
Prayers to all of that. Anybody see any interesting movies or TV shows? I watched Sinners Again last
Can I ask a
night.
question?
Sure.
So I saw this, right?
Yeah.
You know, Cardi B dating Stephon Diggs.
Oh,
Right?
God, no, please.
And-
Let's not
and-
discuss this.
No, we have to, because I want to hear what the men think. I want to hear what you think.
All right.
All
So
I know is I
people-
saw them courtside. I
So
don't know
people
anything.
have said
Right.
they think it's crazy, right? That you would leave your husband for cheating and then be a part of another man's
harem.
So, why do y'all think?
Hold up. Let me see something real quick.
What?
I'm trying to think, because I had that. Oh, that is actually kind of one of my topics. So, okay. Fuck it. Let's just do it.
So
let's
we
just do
gonna
it.
go around the
Let's
room.
just, fuck it. Let's just go. Let's just go at it now. You know what I mean?
Well, y'all
Because
can skip me, so
huh?
y'all just skip me.
No, we ain't gonna skip you.
I don't know anything about it, so you can skip me.
No. But this is a part. This is actually a part of what we're talking about or whatnot. Because first thing that I'm gonna say is I'm gonna say that no. That's a different thing. Fuck it. Let's go around. Just talk. We'll skip Kelly. Just go around.
Oh, you looking at me?
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on that? Like, everybody knows for the most part she left Offset because he kept cheating and all these things. That's what was out there. And then you get with this man who we know got another woman besides you, and that's cool.
So it's two ways to look at it. It's one way to look at it where it's questionable. It looks, like hypocrisy, or it looks like you being a dunderhead.
Right.
But it could just be like, well, yeah, I prefer to be in a situation where I know what's going on. Whereas my husband wasn't being honest about the situation. For me, in this situation, with a dude I'm not married to, with a dude I haven't started a family with a dude who I haven't thought about forever with, I'm enjoying spending time with him, doing what we doing, traveling, fucking, all these types of things. Mm-hmm. I'm cool with that because I know what's going on before I stepped into the game. He's being honest about said other women. He's being straightforward with me.
Yeah.
As women like to say, he gave me a choice.
Oh, my.
In Offset, wasn't being honest.
I
wasn't
love
being genuine.
I'm finished.
So
Yeah.
in that situation, especially again, when you've invested different things, what she invested with Offset, they were supposed to have a family. It was supposed to be us.
Yeah.
So once you start going from us and us start being all these other people, you doing all these public apologies and making all these scenes, yeah, you got me tight. So I don't want to fuck with you no more. I might as well accept the fact that a man with this kind of power and this kind of status has more than one woman and is going to be honest about having more than one woman. There's a difference between knowing and finding out.
All right, so check this out.
That's factual.
Wait,
Yeah.
can I?
Oh, are you going? You asked the question. I thought you were gonna let us go. Then you go.
Oh, because you can ready to play something.
I was just gonna play something that it really.
No, I want your response.
You want? No. I'm gonna play it. Then I'm gonna respond. It's a 10-second thing. Listen.
Girl math. Leave the nigga that you dealing with for cheating on you with other bitches. Who's in girl math? You're gonna leave the nigga that you dealing with for cheating on you with other bitches to then be single and deal with a nigga that won't commit to you and be cool while he deals with other bitches. Bitch, why didn't you just do that with the nigga you was married to? You stupid bitch.
But that wasn't the plan.
So wait. Time out. All right, let me answer it. Let me answer it for a second and whatnot. This is very important because this is the same, because girl math is a little odd, and then the reason why, because I understand exactly because I understand exactly where you're coming from when you say that. Now
I have titties to understand.
right, but so the objective in certain things is the same. It's the same reason why women will hoe or be outside fucking a bunch of niggas, but the nigga that they really like, they won't get the pussy to. What? So the objective is always, it's weird as fuck because for some reason morally in your own mind, the weird girl math mind and whatnot, you believe that you put this importance, or you put this sacredness on top of when you want the whole of something. But then when something is pieced or chopped or broken, you no longer want to give it that type of credit. Yeah. It's fucking weird. That's and at the end of the day, people are right to second guess some shit like that. Yeah. It's a strange job. Yeah. So I get what you're saying about the honesty, but at the end of the day, if honesty is the point proven, then you should be able to move accordingly. You should be able to move on and try to rebuild where that is being chopped at. No, you say fuck you because not only you dishonest, you broke my heart, it's being butthurt more than anything. It doesn't have anything to do with all that other shit because you're gonna deal with another nigga and listen. This ain't Patreon. This ain't Patreon, but I really want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Sometimes it don't even have to do with cheating. Sometimes
it doesn't. You're right.
Sometimes women will leave a nigga that provides because you're not getting the exact type of provision that you fucking want. You'll go in another direction and fuck with niggas that ain't providing a goddamn thing.
No, because what so
they are providing.
They providing dick.
So there's the I'm about to say it's the girl math. It's the girl math situation.
They're providing.
Right?
They are
Exactly.
providing.
Here we go.
Yep.
There we go.
I will say this.
It's about what they prioritizing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I will say this.
With that nigga though.
Yeah.
It's insane. Go ahead.
I
It's
will
wild.
say
Go ahead.
this as a person that's been in a situation that was unconventional.
Right.
At the time that I was in a situation,
Right.
I didn't have time to be in a relationship. I had the time to get my needs met because I was dealing with so many other things. So I didn't need to be in a relationship. I'm not worried about being in a relationship. Whatever you do with the rest of your life when you're not with me is what you do.
So let me ask you a question.
Priorities, nigga.
Priorities is one thing. So what about the women that are that aren't honest with their husband or with their man at the time? And the fact of the matter is that they kind of would rather be on that other side. Because that's what happens a lot too. Women say like, "Yo, you was cheating, nigga, so I got out of there, but I ain't really got time to be in no new relationship with this nigga anyway, so I'll deal with the fuckery that he brings because at least he's honest about it." That's bullshit. You wasn't honest from the beginning. The fact of the matter is that you really didn't want to be married. You got in this or stayed in this situation because that's the way that it turned out. And then when you got your fucking out, you took your out, took your lane, took your exit ramp, got the fuck off and said, "You know what? I like it here better." And that nigga fucked me over, by the way.
So that's
bullshit.
the thing.
So
that's
hold
the thing.
on.
Right.
So first of all, when I first read somebody say that, I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, that is kind of crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, it's kind of crazy if the only reason why she left him is because he was cheating. I mean, from her own admission, it wasn't all about cheating. You know, she said that, you know, he put her down a lot and, you know, all these kind of things. And she just got tired of dealing with it, right? On top of the fact that he was cheating, right? Cool. But I don't think that this situation that she's in is better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that is better. But I agree with what Nas said. There's no expectations there. She's not looking at him like, oh, he's going to try to make me a wife again and I'm going to have to be married again. She's looking at it like, I can maintain the same lifestyle I had, same shit that I'm used to, get taken out, get wine and dine, have sex and all of this, and I don't got to deal with the other shit that I used to deal with. That's what I feel like her thought process is. But at the end of the day, that ain't beneficial either.
It's not.
Priorities, nigga.
Because
it's about what
right,
they prioritize.
It's about what you prioritize. But that's a priority.
It might not be
for her
right
now.
It might not be best logic.
Right.
But it's about what they
Right.
prioritize, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. Priorities, nigga.
Right.
Because we all move based on what we have as our priorities, right?
Right.
Whether it's logos, whether it's pathos, whether it's ethos, whether it's spiritual, whether it's religious.
Right.
Right.
Whatever we prioritize
Yeah.
as what guides our life, that's how we move.
Right.
So when we get an opportunity to reprioritize, it's either we gonna stay with the technical priorities that we already have,
Yeah.
and we gonna die with those,
Right.
or we look now, we got the opportunity to reprioritize. Like, you know what, this actually works out a little bit better in my favor,
Exactly. And
you gonna move on those priorities. The difference is women reprioritize a lot differently than how men do, and a lot more frequently because they start looking at the picture a different way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because then, of course, in this situation, like I said, she have her emotions and feelings to consider.
Right.
And women, when they decide that they want to go ahead and be in a situation where they don't have to be as emotionally involved.
Right.
Oh, amen.
See what I'm saying, bro?
But that's what I'm saying. But here,
There it
And
is.
so this
There
might
it
not
is.
be a better situation,
is.
but it's a situation
It's an
where she
easier
doesn't
situation.
have
Easier
to.
situation.
Here we go. More
Right.
convenient.
Yeah.
They don't have to come into it and be emotionally involved. To
Nope.
where if Stefan decide, all right, this is it, we done. She like, cool.
but that's why.
I got what I wanted out
Let's
of
go
it.
to games together.
But that's the reason
Let's
why.
be seen
but
on the street together.
That's the reason why women are the best liars because their ultimate, because your ultimate fucking goal, your ultimate goal is to do something that most men, because your goal is to do something that most men don't want. But then when you get what you wanted out of that situation, it becomes now, what can I prioritize in the situation to make it work best for me? You drag me along for what you want. And then when it comes,
that's lying.
That is so selfish. Wait a minute. You want to get married. You only, like I said, but we always say you want to get married because you want the fucking wedding. You don't want to be married.
But hold on.
Yeah, we not.
That's really a thing. That's really a thing,
right?
But we don't know that's a thing in her case.
I don't think that's.
So we can only go in situations where we know that's the case.
That woman put up with a lot.
Right, but
there's people that there's still women who only.
So wait,
yes, you will. Yes, you will. There's women who get married for the wrong reason and stay for a long time and put up with a lot of stuff.
You escaped the whore to settle in the whore house. How the fuck does that work? That's like me leaving.
Because I agree. I know this is a whorehouse. As opposed to me thinking I got my person
this is like
and
Hugh
my
Hefner's,
person is whore.
This is like Hugh Hefner's girlfriend.
But if
pretty much.
But if
it's like Hugh Hefner's girlfriend.
It's about what you know. Think about it, dog. Think about it, dog.
And what you can accept.
Think about it.
So you can be at peace with yourself.
It's a difference between a slider and a joint you gonna cuff.
Right. Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
You not going to treat the slider like you, hopefully.
Nope.
You're not going to treat the slider like the joint you going to cuff, right?
No.
But it's because you have expectations.
With no bitch.
Exactly. And when the slider act like a slider act, you're not going to sit there in your dark room and go cry because the slider is seen with another nigga. She's a slider.
Exactly. But
so,
slide in,
because
slide
you
out.
know that's how the slider, you agreed to deal with the slider.
Yeah. Exactly.
So when your wife act like a slider, now you hurt. When your girl act like a slider, now you hurt. That's what I'm saying. Emotionally,
but it's only because
now she's having fun.
But it's only
it's not about she having fun. It's because of the emotional investment.
But it's only because I cuffed her
Yes.
and made her this honest woman, and she tricked me into that situation. Then now the thought process is
that's the exact same thing, bro.
Because in most instances, that's not even what men want. That's not the priority that men have. Women have this priority because they want to be seen and noticed by everybody on this ergo wedding day. Oh, it's my wedding day.
Men and women get married.
We get married for two different reasons.
So
listen what I'm saying. So listen what I'm saying.
I don't want to have a wedding either.
Cardi wanted to be somebody's wife, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She
didn't.
Or
Oh,
you're proving my point.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, she wanted to get married. She didn't want to be somebody's wife.
No,
so
I'm saying she didn't want it either.
Or
she was asked and she said yes because she loved the person.
Huh?
She told you from the gate.
oh
she
my
never
God. See, this
intended
is
on
what I'm
being a
saying. Now,
wife.
this is where
Whoa.
this is accountability.
Hold
This
on.
is the problem where accountability comes into play. Wait a minute. You didn't want to be a wife, but you said yes and went along with this whole charade, and you're proving my entire
It's not even a
fucking
charade.
point.
There's a charade.
But it's a charade, Ty. You can't do that. No, you can't. You can't do that because it sounds like a good
I
fucking
can
idea.
if I love him and wanted to be with him anyway, and he asked me to marry me.
Gosh, bro. All right.
This shit happens every day.
But that's
exactly why the divorce rate is so high.
I
Exactly.
agree. But
That's
so
exactly
so
right.
this is the thing.
Just because somebody asks doesn't mean you have to.
So-
but that's why most men don't ask unless the woman say she want to be married.
Wait. So it's the same thing where, and I always have a thing about this, right? You ever see somebody been together for years, and the man proposed, and he be like, "I put her through so much, you know, I finally married her." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Time to go to
the
ghetto
woman-
ass weddings. Go ahead.
The woman will say yes because she gonna be with this nigga anyway. So he asked me to marry him. I might as well get married to him because I wasn't leaving him anyway. That's what I'm talking about.
Here's
it
the
doesn't
thing.
even
If you-
necessarily.
She could also
If
say
you've
no.
been with somebody over
Not
10
gonna say
years
no.
and you didn't marry him and y'all still together, y'all common law. So you still gonna get
Not even a common law thing. Can I bring up an
Look,
example?
you're still gonna get the same shit.
Can I bring up an example?
Right.
You look at Jim Jones and Chrissy.
Yeah.
She been one that I don't hardly watch the show. I saw the show when it started, and I see
And
clips
she
of it every now and
proposed,
then.
And you
She
still
She
not
been
married.
wanting that man to propose. At the
To
beginning
the
of the
point
thing,
she proposed.
right to the point where even she proposed. Now, by the time he finally proposed, she said, "You
She
playing?
don't want to get married.
You playing? I want."
Yeah, she don't
So
wanna
that's
get
what I'm
married.
saying. So you can say no. You can decide to stay with this person. She didn't say we not together no more, Jim. She said there was
She
I'm
said
not
we're
getting married.
I'm not getting married to you.
So yes, there is very much the option to stay with this person, get put through all this nonsense. Let's go with get put through all this nonsense, or literally get put through all that nonsense.
I just don't
stay
know.
with that person and not.
But
get
I don't
married.
know. I don't know women.
I'm not absolving her of anything. I'm just stating what
No, I was just saying the example of women who stay with dudes who don't get married.
I'm not saying it's right to get married if you don't want to get married. I wholeheartedly don't agree with that.
No, but that's why he said it's a charade.
I'm just giving the reasoning. The reason is I'm gonna be with this nigga anyway,
Right.
and he asked me to marry him. So I said yes.
I don't know.
I knew I wasn't leaving him anyway.
I do not know.
So we might as well get married.
Let me tell you something. I do not know men that ask or women that get married on just by happenstance because the man came up with a bright idea to ask her. Every man that I know, woman has mentioned something about marriage.
I disagree with you.
I disagree. Some men will marry.
Absolutely no.
I don't know anybody.
I absolutely know 3 men in particular.
I know
who, of course,
quite
I
a
will
few.
not name.
Right.
Who literally they knew.
Yep.
In fact, I would say we knew.
Right.
As youths.
Right.
That marriage was part of our life plan.
Holy shit.
We knew when we was young we wanted to get married once we got to a certain age.
Right.
We
Right.
knew that. So once you start taking a certain girl seriously, marriage is already in our plans.
Yep.
Never was
So
in my plan.
he asked. One guy I know, particular, he asked, and it didn't go well.
Ooh.
It didn't go
That's
well.
what I'm
The
saying.
proposal didn't go well, or the marriage.
The proposal.
Damn.
They ended up not even getting married because
See,
the
that's
way
what I'm
she
saying.
responded to the proposal.
That's insane. That's insane.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
so
why women
it
won't
wasn't
say
a
no.
discussion that they had. Like, like you said, when you start having those discussions, then you get a really good idea of what ring you want to get her, right? Because y'all having discussions, y'all talking about marriage, y'all talking about a wedding. Because they didn't have the discussion about a wedding, he went and got her a ring that she thought was nice and she didn't like the ring.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
And she disrespected him behind it. Imagine.
Oh no.
Oh, look, I ain't got to imagine
But
shit.
can you imagine?
I don't have to imagine a motherfucking
You
thing.
can't marry her
Shut up, Ty.
after that. You can't marry
And
her.
he didn't.
After that.
And he
Good.
didn't. But that's
you
what
can
I'm saying when
if
he
you
said
wanna
he
look
don't
like
know
that
any
after a
dudes.
gift, I give
Right.
you. So imagine the gifts
Talk
that
to
are
the mic.
coming along for the rest of your life.
Talking to the mic.
Imagine the gifts that he's going to give for the rest of her life, and she's already shitting on his gift as an engagement ring. But, like you said, they didn't have this discussion.
Is that a red
Right.
flag?
That's
Absolutely.
a whole red flag.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Redder than
good.
redder
That's a
than
whole
the
red
blood.
flag.
You want to hear a story?
Redder than Suwu. Like,
No.
No. All right.
No. That's Patreon.
All right.
I about to say, it seemed like you was
that's what I
going
was
to
Because that shit's real personal.
But I just
know.
wanted to show you that there's
I will-
dudes who ask because that's their intention and that's how they step, so they know once they get with a particular woman, they want to marry.
What?
It's also dudes who ask because they in the doghouse. I've known people
Ooh,
That's true.
That's
Now,
true.
you're
that
right
were
about
in
that.
the doghouse.
You are right
That's
about
true.
that. That I do
They've
agree
been
with.
doing all
Yes.
this shit, and again, the woman will say yes because she love him, and on top of that, now he asking me to be his wife. That's different.
Good point, Tom.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
And,
agree
and
with that.
here's the kicker, because I've had this discussion of if someone should ever ask me to marry them,
Yeah.
I don't want to be in front of a whole bunch of people. I want it to be a very intimate situation where it's he and I. If we go somewhere else and everyone's there afterwards and we can party and celebrate the engagement, that's fine.
That's why
I don't want to be somewhere
Right.
where if I do want to say no, I don't feel comfortable saying no because it's just the whole world here.
That's one of the reasons
That's why I proposed in private.
Well, I
as well.
say that
So that's
about-
one of the reasons why I know so many men that know or they're in a situation in which that their woman knew what they wanted to do beforehand. It wasn't a pop-up surprise like, hey,
But
guess
that's
what?
the thing.
I love you, I'm gonna marry you.
You have
they
to have,
talked
you
about
have
shit.
to
It was
be
all
having
you know what I
these
mean?
conversations.
So that's why I know
Yeah,
so
some,
many as opposed to guys that were already planning. I don't know niggas that was planning. I know women that are always planning about the shit. And more time that you wasted, the more detail you got about how they wanted the shit to look.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. And that's one of the reasons why I say I differ from Nye when he says that, because I don't know niggas that was on that type.
I definitely do.
You know what I mean?
And
I do.
don't think women should be
Really?
telling men how to plan no goddamn proposal. That's just dumb.
They tell us how to want the proposal, the
my whole
wedding,
thing with the
everything.
proposal.
The wedding is, she's involved in that, but I'm talking about the proposal.
I'm not even having a wedding.
I know people.
I don't want a wedding either.
I know somebody that got that the proposal was about to happen, and they said, "Don't do it because this is not the way I want my proposal."
Yeah, no,
Yes,
he shouldn't.
yes.
have.
I know somebody that
who
happened
did
to,
that.
too.
I know somebody who did that, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So I hope they never watch this, but I know somebody who did that.
This
right?
shit's going on the
what
internet.
happened was, all right, I'm not gonna say where they took him.
This is going on the internet.
All right.
Where they took
So
it.
they took no, it's a good story though.
All right.
They took the person to a specific restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Had this whole thing planned where the ring was in the cupcake or
Oh,
whatever.
God, I hate that.
This
that's
was years ago though, when that
cheesy.
was decent. And
Stop
they took
doing
the
that,
ring
fellas.
out.
It was never decent.
They took the ring out the cupcake and then proposed and da. And they said, "Oh, this ain't where I wanted to be."
Exactly.
So you know what I said to them? They
Selfish.
all heard about it and this and that. I said, "Let me tell you something. The woman who wants to marry you, you could have asked her on the bus stop, and she would have said yes because she wants to marry you. Now this person been married 12 years to somebody else
Yeah.
with 5 kids, happily, whatever.
Oh yeah, you got
But-
5 kids in 12
No, but I'm
years.
just saying.
Goddamn.
That's my point.
Get off of her.
The point I'm making
Wait,
is
back to back.
is the
Pause.
point that I made to him that day.
Yeah.
This ain't your person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cause somebody in my family got proposed to. She was asleep and woke up. He was standing over top of her with the ring in the box. Talking about, would you be my wife?
You got a ring. You got a ring in one hand and a knife in another. Like,
No,
listen,
not a
nigga,
knife.
you don't do this.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it's the same thing I say about dates, right? When you
Right.
like somebody, you could go almost anywhere because it's about
true.
who you with and
Right.
not where.
Absolutely.
And not how much.
Yeah. It's
a
And I
fact.
think it's more people need to understand that.
No, that's the reason why these niggas nowadays or whatnot, when men talk about themselves being a prize, women get shocked when niggas start saying, like, you should be happy that somebody did this. And I'm going to tell you the
But
reason
thing
why.
is,
Yeah, that's
it's the
big.
wording
But
of it.
It's the wording
It's
is rough.
the wording
But
of
the
it.
understanding needs, like, niggas would never, the nigga that loves you would never be that disrespectful. But the nigga that's watching it go on
Right.
looks and says, bitch, you should
You
be
lucky.
lucky
Yeah.
that that shit
Right,
happened.
agree.
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah.
so many people out here that don't even get
Yeah, that's
that
true.
thought process or that consideration.
I'm one of them sometimes.
like, Yo.
I do be like, man, you lucky they even
You done proposed to your dusty ass. Like, honestly, though.
More women need to say that.
complaining about.
Yeah, you complain about the-
where?
Because the problem
More
is,
women need to tell their
With all these
girlfriends.
women that ain't
But
getting
I'm a-
asked at all.
when you see
at
what
all.
people what women don't understand is that with the matters of the heart, when it comes to a man, they should be privileged and lucky that that's the case, because lets you figure out that this is or you no longer want this, or this is not for you. You take your ass back outside. The motherfucker that will break his back for you.
Outside is trash.
Outside is a shit show.
It is.
And that goes for everybody
I
though.
stay in
But
the
it
house.
goes. But I
Outside
think
is
it goes
trash.
more for women than men. And the reason why I say that is because there's women out here that's thirsty enough to bend over backwards for whatever short amount of time,
Literally.
and make shit happen. Niggas out here, it's 3 of y'all for one of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, what you won't do, she will.
Yeah.
So
I'm a letter.
I think it's fucked up, but hey, that's the world we live in.
And that's been
And I'm a letter.
That's been forever.
And that's what get women.
What A won't do, B will.
Yeah,
And
ain't no
you know
lie.
what I say? Okay, she can. Because if I
Gangsta
don't want to do it, I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna ever do something because I think somebody else is
No,
gonna
no,
do
no,
it.
no. Listen.
I won't.
But you know
That's-
what?
that shit is stupid.
But you are emotionally mature. That's different, though.
No,
Ty.
but I'm just saying.
Because
It's,
you know why though?
crazy.
Because you still, there are so many different levels of what you would do that they wouldn't.
I agree.
So that's different.
Probably why I'm
bar.
single.
You're talking from a standpoint of a master. Come on, Miyagi. You talking crazy with some of these bitches ain't even Danielson. You know what I'm saying? Like they not even on that type time. You talking from on high, Shang Tsung. You know what I'm saying?
Like the
you know
sound
what I
effect
mean?
on for yourself.
Yeah, you know
Keith.
what
That
I'm
was a
saying?
bar.
Yeah, like you talking from on high. You talking on some God level. Like, well, if I don't want to do it, but yeah, nigga, you mastered level 12 on these motherfuckers.
Right.
These bitches is living under the concrete. So that's a difference. It's just a difference.
They living
because-
under the concrete with husbands and boyfriends.
But
Yeah,
here's
but
the
these
thing.
niggas have settled.
I don't have
No,
it.
no.
Dusty niggas have
But
settled.
here's the thing.
We ain't gonna talk about niggas
I
settling.
don't
Dusty
Here's the-
niggas have settled.
But here's
We
the
ain't gonna
thing
talk
with
about
this.
niggas.
Real.
Yes, These chicks may have husbands.
Yeah.
But let's look at the quality of the relationship. You don't look at anybody's other situation. It's a whole bunch of people that been married way before I ever even thought I would get married.
Right.
But the shit that's going on in their homes, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, and I wish a lot of shit on my worst enemy.
You ain't never lied.
Yep.
Okay,
Never lied.
so if I'm just dealing with the bullshit with my child in my home compared to what they dealing with, I'm gonna deal with what I'm dealing with. I don't want what you got going on.
Check this out. So
That's real.
I love that.
I had an ex-boyfriend check me on it because I saw a girl walking down the street. She pushing a stroller, got a do-rag tied around her head. Dude walking with it, and I'm like, well, damn, she can get a man, and I can. And he
I always
said,
say that.
he said, but look at how they walking down.
I know
the street.
crackheads stay together forever.
Forever.
That's what I'm saying. Like when
They
every
go
time
get-
when you say
Well,
that,
and I don't
I'm
want to
like,
say they
huh?
was crackhead because
I know I'm not saying that, but I'm just talking about.
yeah,
just,
they do.
Like
They
crackheads
do.
stay together forever.
Loyal as hell.
Like, but you worried about you, nigga. You don't want no motherfucking crackhead.
But that's what he was saying to me. He was like, look, he's like, you don't know what's going on in that relationship. You don't know why they walking down the street looking like that.
Yeah.
You want to look at not the fact that they're in a relationship, but what's the quality
What's
of their
the
relationship?
quality of the shit?
So
Why are they?
Well,
even
no,
still together?
so let me
Right.
let me just say
Crack.
this because this came up before. This came up before when Dana was here, and I was like, you know, we have a lot in common. So if she got a man, I get one, you know, whatever.
And now you don't.
Hey, listen, man. I wasn't gonna go there, but I'm just bringing it up for a point. I think I look at it and say, like,
Right.
why aren't those the qualities that make somebody want to be with somebody? Somebody that'll be like, hey, I'm just grateful, you know, to be in your presence. I'm just grateful for who you are, and you know all that stuff. Versus, no, you're not enough.
Anything in life that you want
Like
too much.
versus
takes too much to get.
you know how Whitley
want.
was before Dwayne Wayne grew up. Oh, you ain't good enough. You ain't good enough for me yet.
no, excuse me. The way Whitley was before she grew up.
Yeah,
Well,
because Whitley
Because
had
we
to
go.
go.
Right.
Dwayne
Right.
was always Dwayne.
Right, he was always the one.
Dwayne
But
was
to
always
her, he
on
wasn't-
that level.
To her, he wasn't
She
good
had
enough.
to get to that level.
And she
to
didn't
actually
really start
see
liking
him.
him till she seen him
Oh,
with
man, that's
Keanu.
There you go.
And she
Yeah.
saw how he was
No,
different.
she didn't
with
start
Keanu.
liking him until she saw him in that suit on the airplane
Yeah, but
coming
then she
back.
stopped liking him again when she seen him having fun. But she really got into him once she saw him with Keanu.
Anything in life.
all I'm saying.
Listen.
No, she was actually coming for him, and that's when she got introduced to Keanu.
Anything.
She didn't realize
Yeah.
he came
Right,
back.
after she ignored him all summer and
All
answered
summer.
none of his letters.
Yeah.
She thought he was gonna be the lick
Because
when
she
he
thought
got
he
back.
was gonna be
Yeah.
he was gonna miss her more.
He came
Yeah.
back.
She
Yeah.
thought he
came
was
Play a game.
Yeah.
He came back with some stuff.
Listen, but y'all know, understand though that anything in life that you want too much,
Yeah,
is not for you.
yeah,
Mm.
that's true.
See, that's the problem is that God don't miss and make them type of mistakes. If you want something so bad that you're willing to do anything in order to get it,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
you know what I'm saying? It's not essentially for you, or the way that you want it is not for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Because
The
what
way
is
that you
for-
want it is
what
not
is
for you.
for you
It's for you.
will become available to you.
God got a sense of humor, but he don't play them type games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is,
like
what
that.
it is. Or he'll
That's a bar.
he'll show you some shit and give it to you, put it right in your fucking face, and you're like, something ain't right about that. And it's like, my nigga, what?
That's true.
Hello, this is it right here. Like it's staring
yeah,
you
do
in the face.
So I gotta change it from red
Like
to
yeah,
blind as a
exactly.
bat
Like God,
red?
like because you be thinking like, God, is this? No, this ain't really what I asked for. No, nigga, no, this is it. This is what you want.
It just
But
don't look like how you
They
want it
don't
to
look like or look like the way that you want it to. And we fall victim to that all the time.
That's a
all right.
fact.
So I got a new segment, and then we can
Oh,
close out with
shit.
this, right?
Oh boy.
I'm scared
It's
because he ain't
called-
tell nobody about it.
It's called "Tell Me About the Time."
Nope.
Oh shit.
Nope.
That should have been on Patreon.
No, I know,
sounds
no,
like
no, I know,
Patreon
no, but we
material.
need some good shit for the main pod,
No,
though.
this
Listen,
all was good shit. What you mean?
I know, but we need some good shit like this for the main pod. Tell me
We
about.
curated this shit together today.
Tell me about the time where a sexual connection with someone made you stupid.
Oh God, I was stupid for 11 years.
Oh shit!
Oh God. Oh my God. I was.
I don't really want to
retarded.
answer this
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to answer it. It's not
because y'all not gonna believe me.
No, we gonna believe you.
No,
Why? Because
because
she gonna say it never
haven't.
happened. How you ain't see that coming?
Huh?
Well, she
Well,
said we wasn't gonna believe her.
I be
That's why I
telling
knew it was
people,
gonna be the answer.
I never had anybody I just had a sexual connection with.
And I didn't say just a sexual connection with.
So it wasn't
I
a
get what she's
sexual
saying,
connection that was making me stupid. It's a connection, period. And I'm having sex with them as a result of the connection.
Okay. So you never had a sexual connection that just made you stupid.
Ah.
You didn't do nothing dumb. Nigga,
I mean,
everybody has done something dumb for sex. Everybody.
I can't really think of it.
I'm
I
about
mean,
to say.
all right, well, if you're saying, all right, let me see. All right, come back to me. I got to think.
Because you might not have thought it was dumb. Go ahead.
No, I did a lot of dumb stuff.
Right.
But it wasn't because of the sexual connection, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Nah.
I'm about to say, I don't know if I could blame it on a sexual connection.
That's what I'm
'cause I'm a
saying.
dude, and I just did dumb stuff for sex when I was young. Like,
All right, but you know
you
what?
know what I'm saying? Like, go like we all know, passing through those going to that projects, and you see all them niggas on them steps, and you still go instead of going the fuck back home, knowing you might not make it the fuck back home.
How was the
Like,
shot?
that
was- Not make it to
was
the
was the
apartment.
shot worth it? After
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It wasn't all that.
the shot don't be all that.
No,
Wasn't
not that girl.
Oh,
I had to
damn.
deal. I had to deal with. I had to deal with a rowdy ass cousin. Now I ain't gonna lie, that shit did slap. Like, you know what I mean. But again, I can't blame it on the sexual connection because I went over there on the first try. Like, I hadn't had it yet. I was going over there to get it.
But you kept
To
going
see.
back.
And then,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Well, after I get it the first time, like, not to brag, but after I get it the first time, I could set the terms. You know what I'm saying? I put on a good enough show that I could set the terms. So I ain't really got to go back.
Terms and
to-
conditions.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Like, I done impressed
Talk
enough
heavy.
to where,
Yeah, say
you know,
less.
we could reroute the situation. But because I haven't had it, the females still have
gotta
the
go.
power about whether or not I'm going to get it. So
Yeah.
You gotta
I
go where it is.
Yeah, I gotta go to wherever it is. I gotta play ball on her terms just to get my foot in the door. But once I get my foot in the door, it's like my whole body in the door. So now after that, slide through wherever we say I meet. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like now it's a different situation. Now we can bargain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I
Let's
done
make a
already
deal.
put my chips on the table. You
Let's
feel
make
me?
a deal.
Let's make a deal. You know what I got to bring.
Is
So
it worth
yeah,
you coming
like
out your house
there you
coming
go.
over here?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, most of the stupid stuff I did was for sex was before I ever got it. Like, just going to go get it.
The first time is
Like
always
sneaking out the house at the wrong time, or going over to some girl house when she got a boyfriend.
Oh, my God.
You know that kind of shit. So
Yeah.
I didn't do dumb stuff because of a sexual connection. I did stuff to go get the cat the first time.
Okay. Oh, you said you.
I said it.
She said okay.
I said it.
What you
And
say?
if anybody listens to the Patreon, then they'll
Yeah, yeah.
understand why I said what I said.
Yeah, you
But
did.
like, yeah, it was a wonderful at that time in life. It was a good connection, and there were times where we weren't connected, and then it'd be like, "Hey, what you doing?" And then we connect again. So I was stupid for 11 years,
yeah. Oh, I mean something. Listen.
and I'm gonna leave it at
I'm-
that
I'm-
because my man be watching this. So
Oh, okay. I'm jaded.
I'm not stupid.
I'm jaded, and I ain't gonna hold you. I've done a lot of stupid shit. A lot of stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like plenty dumb thing.
Yeah.
Plenty dumb thing. Oh, the project shit is the tip of the iceberg. Project shit is the tip of the iceberg, my nigga. Project buildings, fucking catching the bus, walking down Broad Street, like just.
Not
But
walking
that
down
a
Broad
lot of
Street.
times it had to
Walking
do-
down Broad Street at what time of night?
Oh my god.
Okay, thank you.
I was 15 at the Greek. But see, some of this shit was actually in search of it. Like, you're right. In search of it is one thing. But for the ones that I cried in the shower and shit like that over that Kelly would kind of mention and whatnot, I did some dumb shit with that too. I believe that.
Wait. Yams was enough to have you crying in the shower, bro?
You said what?
How old were
Just
you?
the yams was enough to have you crying in the
How
shower?
old were you? No.
I was 17.
It wasn't the yams.
I was 17.
It wasn't the yams. It was
What
the
was?
chick. Who was
So-
giving
so-
her
Oh
yams
no, it was
to
the
someone
it
else.
was the fucking yams. Yeah,
While
because
he
it was my
waited.
yams.
That's what I'm saying. We discussing
while he-
sexual connection.
While he
Right.
waited.
But see, the
she
reason
was
why.
fucking somebody
but
else.
see, yo, why would you say that like that?
Cause
you,
it's the fucking
Made you sound like Travis Hunter.
Oh, you made me feel like a whole fucking sucker. Wait a minute. Time
he get
out.
ready to go back in the shower and cry.
Hold up.
Thinking about that shit.
Because I never heard anybody else describe it that way.
That's because
now I'm a little hot. So listen.
Because when you tell the story, you're very kind.
So essentially
and gentle to yourself in the story. But at the end of the day,
right,
you waited on your porch for her.
Not my porch.
What? Somebody's porch.
No, that's worse.
All right. So listen. All right. So this is what happened.
Is that not true? Did not what I said was true though, right?
You're right. Let me tell a story.
Okay.
So I'm coming down. So at the time, I was driving my mom Blue Geo Metro. I was working at Blockbuster in West Philly. I'm driving down 52nd Street. I drive down the street and I see her walking with another nigga. Now, whatever. She live around there. I don't. I live in West Oak Lane. I drive to work, to and from work. I go to Brook. So it's a whole different thing. I see her like, yo, what you doing? She like, oh, shit. I like, who the fuck is that? This is my cousin. I say, cool. You know what I mean? I hit you up, blah, 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 blah. I thought we were supposed to be linking. She's like, oh, all right. Nah, let me walk my cousin home real quick, and I'll be back around here. I went around and waited on Brandy's porch for 45 minutes. Now, mind you, this is the live and learn. So if you ever wonder why I'm the type of nigga that I am, it's because of shit like that. So that's one dumb.
Finish
that's
the
one
fucking story.
So
thank you.
She came back around 45 minutes later, and she came back around 45 minutes later, and I'm chilling with her, and we in her homie crib that we, you know what I mean, had linked this up because me and her homie work together. So we in her crib and we upstairs and we fucking. And after that is when she tells me that
she told
she was fucking with Main Man, and then later on in the week, well, she didn't tell me at the time. She was just like,
I was about to say, hold on.
She didn't tell me at the time, but she was
that
just like I was like, yeah, it was 2 bowls. I was like, yo, bro, that's kind of wild. Like you had me waiting on the porch. She was like, nah, it ain't even like that. That's my family. Then she broke up with me later on in the week saying that she wanted to see other people and that the dude was her boyfriend or her side nigga, and that I asked did he hit. She said no, but he gave her head. Then later on, come to find out, no, he did hit, and he hit right before she came around and let me hit. And I should have, listen, first and foremost.
Damn, she had you fucked up because you was greener than a frog leg.
Finish the story.
What else is part of the story? What else is part
more.
of the story? What am I missing, Kelly?
Not more.
About the crying in the shower?
Yes.
All right, nigga,
Get
I was
to the
upset.
crying in the fucking shower.
All right, so
it's
look,
the point.
I was heartbroken. I'm a senior in high school.
What song would have been playing in the background? If we's gonna play a '90s R&B joint in the background, what would have had in the background?
I think we're gonna go with a little Troop. All I do is think of you.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Leave me here alone.
I
want someone.
No, it's definitely.
I can call my.
No, it was Troop. It was definitely Troop. But it was like in the shower. It's like
I'm ready.
The ugly cry. Oh yeah. Shower cries is the ugly cry. Shower cries.
You shut up.
Now I've had a shower cry.
Would been the song playing in the background.
But that's your heartbreak. That ain't my heartbreak shit.
I've had a shower cry before. Don't get me wrong.
Those lyrics,
but
are crying in the shower lyrics.
But yeah.
So see, that's kind of what Tya was saying though, right? Like that wasn't just box. That was your girl.
No, see, you're missing. Okay, so now
in his mind,
no, and that's kind of
just in your mind.
It just no.
Because, so y'all was just clapping.
No, well, nigga. First and foremost,
he
you gotta
thought they
think.
was in a relationship.
No, you have to think at the time, in those type of times or whatnot, when you're with somebody and you think that that's your girl.
I never thought nobody was my girl who didn't tell me that was my girl, bro.
She told me she was. Yeah, it's my girl. But
so that's what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, you could think that that's your girl. You could act like that's your girl. But if you sharing that girl, she's not your girl.
She's our girl.
She's our girl, nigga. Yes. That's the point.
That don't mean she's not your girl. That just means she
means
girl
she's our girl plus his
girl plus. Yeah. So like that don't mean that y'all wasn't together. Like so when I say your girl, like that means somebody
let's keep it
who you have been informed
When
that you are in a relationship with.
Right.
Now, if they do shit outside the relationship, they doing shit outside the relationship. You can't stop that. You can't help it.
Yeah. But
that don't mean that y'all wasn't in a relationship.
But
It's a difference. Because we know niggas who got some coochie and then thought they was in a relationship because they got some coochie.
That's
and the
true.
women who thought they was in a relationship because they got some dick. So that's what I'm saying when you talk about sexual connection.
Right.
Like what Tya said, it wasn't about the sexual connection. It was about the person.
Yeah.
The sex just amplified it, or the sex just happened because of the connection.
Right.
That's a different thing. So that's what I'm asking in this case. Was this something that y'all had a connection and the sex also was like through the roof? Or was it a situation where she gave you something, you were like, damn, I want this forever?
So listen,
and then she played like she was your girl.
So this is the name of the game, right? And looking back on this and whatnot, I see it, hindsight is 20/20.
For sure.
So the first thing that I say is that relationships that are that young and whatnot, when the only thing you can really do is fuck, you are more infatuated than in love. You're not really in love. You're infatuation. You know what I'm saying? So when it becomes your regular, and that's who you fucking on a regular basis, the relationship is based upon sex. So what I say is that if you take sex off the table, I mean, we got some shit in common, but nigga, I ain't building with your ass. We fucking. So you might be my girl, but you're really basically my girl because at 18, we are fucking. We making porno tapes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I was building with my girlfriends and I was fucking who I was fucking.
I wasn't building. I wasn't building when.
Because if I'm just fucking with you, ain't building shit.
But at the end of the day, what are you building? What was I building with somebody at 17, 18?
Oh, I mean, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me. Like I was literally helping girls apply to college. Like if you my girl, I'm helping you apply to college.
I didn't look at that as building. I just looked at it as.
But it is because it's something that you needed me to do.
Yeah.
There we go. It's an investment. I could have been doing something else with my time.
That's true.
I could have been playing video games. There we go.
Yeah, but then she got
I'm literally building because I'm setting you up for success. Because
so it's funny that you say
your future matters to me now.
She put the seed in my head and whatnot to even go to college, and she ended up not going to college. It's the funniest shit in the world. But you know why she ended up not going to college? Because the nigga she cheated with me, she got pregnant by her.
I was about to say, I know she got pregnant.
Yeah, she definitely got pregnant.
I know she got pregnant.
Definitely got pregnant.
She said she didn't go. I'm like, yeah, she got pregnant.
Nah, she definitely got pregnant. She definitely got pregnant. Like, and then had a nerve when I left my job to get ready to go to college because I was working at Blockbuster. Got a job at Delaware County Memorial Hospital.
Okay.
Left that job, was working there, but I would come back to visit because it's my people's at Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
She was working at my job.
Ooh.
She took my spot at the job.
That's corny.
Because her cousin worked there.
Because her homie, you know what I mean, worked there. Was tight with pregnant. She took the job pregnant.
So you walked in there and saw that belly.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh man.
Over the summer, I was on my way to school. Probably had two. I was like, oh shit, like damn.
Congratulations.
And then I was like, wait a minute.
So
I got cheated on and broken up with too though.
Huh?
Like I got cheated on and broken up.
That shit happened to me twice.
So
in a row.
Damn.
Two girls.
Damn.
Vanilla and chocolate.
Oh.
Light skin and dark skin.
Which one you talking to?
Wait.
You chocolate.
And the other one had me, and that's the reason why I said it was infatuation, because the other one was like the second girl I've ever had sex with, and she was regular. So
she was regular.
She was.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. With me, it's a different experience because the girl who, like I said, I was building with, like my last girlfriend heading out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
When I was going to college, like I was legitimately building with shorty. I was really trying to fix shit.
Right.
Life like the whole ass nigga I was, the simp ass nigga I was, I should say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to set her up so that after I go, she don't necessarily have to come to where I was going, but she has the ability to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas in any joint that I was just hitting, it was just like, all right, clap.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Everything cool?
Have a good day.
Yeah, everything cool.
No, but
you know, and in fact,
it's
like,
not,
and
you
everything
need to
cool
help
was
you with
just like
anything.
to say hello.
Well, see, and that's the difference of what I didn't understand that portion of it until I stopped making chicks my girlfriend. So then that's when my encounters began, and that's when I started running my movie.
Yeah, because
I had those two encounters, and I said to myself, this was in high school. I had those two encounters. One was going from 10th going into 11th grade, and the other one was going from 11th to 12th. But that 11th grade year, I had a couple of encounters, but it wasn't nobody that I would ever make my girlfriend. Then I made somebody my girlfriend, and then when we broke up, it was on and popping all the way up until.
So how do you think that experience shaped your life overall?
I felt like it took me from a point of being, you had to be the right one to make me a sucker for love ass nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a sucker for love.
But at the end of the day, I think that at the time, I was just like, I was a wild bull, and it just took the right person that I respected enough to tame me. So essentially, when that happened, not saying everything was peaches and cream after that, because it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But
it was worth being around.
it was worth being around. And then now that
Was it harder?
Was it harder to what?
Like harder for you to give somebody that that energy, like being in a relationship? Was it
No,
harder?
because it was still something that I was kind of used to, and at that point,
And it was something you wanted at the time.
yeah, it was something that I wanted at the time. But at 42,
Well, I was talking about the totality of your life, not just one phase.
I'm just I know that's the reason why I'm speaking in total.
Yeah.
But now you're in a
You know
new
what I'm saying?
phase.
Now this phase now,
Right.
never.
Yeah.
You don't give a shit.
Never the fuck again.
New game.
Never the fuck again. Because here's the thing: I never ever in 3 lifetimes want to fear what anybody thinks of me.
Ooh.
I never want to be afraid or have a burning in the pit of my stomach that this person is going to be displeased with me.
Damn.
How you think you can avoid that though?
By fucking them.
On that note, okay.
Get
Wait a
with
minute,
it,
wait a
so hold on. Can I close
Wait.
out the pod?
No, wait. What?
Wait a minute. Nah.
What?
I'm gonna close my eyes and pretend like I wasn't here for
What? So nobody will ever be displeased.
The only displeasure he's worried about is his own.
Well, that's not true because he's saying that he's going to give them so much pleasure that they ain't going to be mad at him about nothing else.
No.
No.
That's
He's
not what he
saying-
said.
He is saying exactly what Kelly just said.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not what he said.
That's exactly.
Oh.
He is worried. He at one
So
time in his
even
life.
if she don't get off, he's cool.
No, not even
Oh no,
that.
she
Not
she
even
got to
that.
get off. Yeah.
This ain't even about sex.
No, but this,
But this
Fucking
but that ain't even about sex.
No,
That's
Right,
not
it's
even
not
about
something
sex.
Thank you,
deeper.
Kelly.
This
It's
is
not.
about in a situation.
Right.
He is worried about how someone.
makes him feel.
Makes him
It goes back to the video. Is he happy?
Oh shit!
I came to pod today.
You came to fucking pod, like real rap, like yo.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was a good one.
Here's the thing. At one point in time, you were worried about everyone's happiness but your own.
Now
Right.
Now
You
you
were
worry
worried
about
about
yours.
how to make
Oh, I get it.
this house work.
Mm.
Even when you lost your job, even through COVID, how to make this house work.
Oh,
But did anybody ask, Keith,
Are
how
you
can I
okay?
help you?
Yeah.
did you check on me?
Daddy, you okay?
Did you look for me?
Son, you want to go to lunch? You just want to get out a little second? So now that you are in your own space, you get
Talk to the mic. Talk to the mic. You gotta hear it. We gotta hear this shit. No, talking to the mic.
That's
Goddamn.
good
You are
shit,
now
Kelly.
in
Yeah.
your own space,
Right.
and you get to re-know yourself. And what made you happy 10 years ago is not going to make you happy today.
You're right.
So now you're trying to figure out what's going to make Keith Saunders happy today.
It's a lonely fucking process.
It's a lonely
It is.
process,
But-
but guess what? When you get to the other side of this process, when you get to the end
That's
of
a
this
fact.
process,
Right.
you're going to be a brand new person.
So now do you understand what I mean by I feel like that she has to love me more than I love her.
I mean, I always know what you meant.
Next
by
time
that. I'm
around.
just-
You know what I mean?
I
It
just really don't know how you quantify that, but
Yeah,
that's
but it's
all
just
I
not
know.
because it's not that is I feel like that in my best form, the best of me is a super saiyan of love.
And I don't
I'm talking about the
I don't know whether I should
you know what I'm
Super Saiyan
saying?
of love is
like
different.
like I'm saying, but
I don't
You
know. if
agree
I got
with
it.
that
say this after we
like
get
for
off
real,
the
but I
air.
got but
Nah,
I
you,
have
you think the woman needs to love you more than you love them?
because of the way that men
Depending
love,
on the,
bro.
I'm about to say depending on the man, yeah.
we love
man.
unconditionally. We
Depending on
love
the
Not saying
man,
that.
yeah.
men.
Nobody
I've-
loves unconditionally.
No, men love
No,
unconditional.
No, they don't.
No,
There are definitely
no,
some
here's
men
the
who
thing.
love unconditional.
Unconditionally, yo.
When,
And there's some
because I
women
know
that love
mine's loving
unconditionally.
unconditional.
That's what I'm saying.
Unconditional.
Men love unconditionally. You
My man
Unconditional.
tells me
right.
that he loves me more than I love him.
That's
He
that's
tells me this.
that's because
But-
that's
and
because
then
of
he
it,
explains it because I was like,
but it's up
How?
to you.
But-
Let her explain it. Let her
Go
explain
ahead.
it.
But, you know, go ahead.
and he explains it to me like, he's been married.
Yeah.
And he was like, just the stuff that I've been through.
Right.
To actually want to go through it again.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how much I really love you
Because
to put myself in that place.
He's telling you that because you can't possibly do it. And that's the point. That's the reason why I say that she has to love you more, because it's an impossible feat. It's not a thing. When a man loves you unconditionally, loyalty sets in. This is the reason why niggas are dusty and miserable moving around with being loyal to women, because under every condition, under everything that you brought to him, he still loves you.
The fact that I'm considerate.
You could lose your fucking job and the nigga be like, get the fuck out of you. Excuse me, who?
No, we discussed this.
Yeah, we did. Every time I hear you say it, I'm like,
we discussed this.
Consideration.
Because I am an inconsiderate motherfucker. I really am.
Ooh.
But
I'm too considerate.
I am considerate of what I say and what I do, even on this pod, because I know he watches it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
as you should.
I respect him.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, there you go.
And I don't love him, but I respect him.
There you go.
So
and that is so that R word that
love
you just,
baby.
or that R word that you just said and whatnot. There are a lot.
Her man.
There are so many, and that's why I mean about a part of
Give me your respect over your
right.
man.
But what men do as far as women do, even the nigga.
But you understand, like with my respect,
when a
man
is disrespecting his woman, it's evident. You can see it. You can see it. It's written all over everything.
Yeah.
When a man is disrespecting his woman, he might be abusive. He might be, you know what I mean? It's all different types of shit that you're like, yo, that nigga ain't right.
And then sometimes you don't even understand.
But
when you see her and something's going on at home,
right?
You may not know that something's going on at home, but you know that something is going wrong because.
But listen to this.
Ain't right.
But listen to this though. When a woman is disrespectful to her man, most of the time you won't know. The man will suffer in silence.
There you go.
Nigga suffering fucking silence.
That's
You
a
move the
very fact.
same-
I hear,
You know what I'm saying?
I be seeing how some of these women be talking to these men, and I be like, "The fuck you letting her?"
Or not
like
even
that for?"
talking to in
No,
your
but that's
talking
a big thing.
talking
Talking
at or talking about.
That's what I'm
Talking
saying.
about is the shit.
That is the
Talking
thing.
We're talking
Talking
about, and I'm
about.
like, you
That
with
is
somebody that
crazy.
you talk about like that?
Crazy.
Wow.
And I see it all
Ain't
the
that
time.
some shit?
And then because I'm the single one and ain't got no man. Oh, you just saying that because
There
you
you
got no
go.
relationship. No, I'm saying that because I respect men. And everybody
Exactly.
knows this.
And not only that, what it lead back to? Bitch, you even lucky
lucky
you
to-
even married
Go.
your ass.
There you go. There
Get
you
with us.
go.
Get with us. Get
Air
with us on
horn.
IG.
Air horn that.
Get with us on IG at Mr_KnowItAll_pod, the Facebook fan page, and Mr. Know It All Podcast fan page, Mr. Know It All Podcast on TikTok, and please, as always, send all of your fuckery, duckery, and schmuckery over to the Gmail account at MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. That's MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. What a fucking interesting.
Whole day.
The entirety of all this shit and whatnot. What do we got? We got
Go listen to the Patreon people.
Yeah, we got about a half-hour Patreon and whatnot that comes in fast and heavy. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but listen, that's the best way to describe it.
there you
Yeah,
go.
I'm saying sometimes it just, sometimes you slam
I passed out. I just want y'all to know that.
You said what?
I said about 4 times I done passed out. I sit over here and die every now and again.
Yeah, I see. We see that. We see that.
Yeah, she definitely did. I definitely fell back a couple times.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo, that
It's a lot going on
what
here.
the fuck was we talking? That shit, yo. What was that we was talking about? The fucking
Bye, y'all.
Diddy Douglas.
Diddy Douglas, that is fucking. That need to be.
Go
Somebody
to
gotta
the
make that a
Patreon.
meme.
That is Kelly. No, that was on the main pod.
Make that a meme.
Yeah.
Make that a meme.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You better get in the edited and make that joint a meme. Get in the Photoshop or something.
So real quick.
You ain't got a
that
Photoshop.
plantation-
He really do look like
That
Frederick Douglass
plantation
right
that
now.
burnt down in Louisiana.
Right.
Somebody on TikTok has the plantation burned down with an AI version of Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass cracking up.
That's good.
Tears.
That's good.
The tears.
I like that.
That's
good.
Kelly Q.
Cause that's what.
Lord.
That's his penance, right? That's their
That's
penance.
they
That's
penance.
their penance.
Ooh,
Yup,
good,
exactly.
good,
And they
Ty.
still don't know how. They still don't know how.
No, the
burned down.
ancestors.
Like they don't know
did
where.
it.
The ancestors.
The ancestors.
The
did it.
ancestor burned that shit
Yeah.
down. Lightning struck
Remember
that
you
motherfucker.
remember you used to make us clean this shit? Yeah, this you burning this shit down. How about that?
Yo,
Because they was doing at that
Look
particular
back for the
plantation.
ancestors.
they were like, it was almost like a spa. People were having weddings there. Like they were celebrating
Yo,
the history of this
Get that
plantation.
shit out of here, man.
Well, yo, why is slavery revenge the greatest shit ever?
Because it is.
Greatest.
Because you feel the freedom after it.
Slavery revenge, like
Because we ain't get our 40 acres in a mule. That's why. We didn't get our 40 acres in a mule.
in my the second
Look,
not the first time.
Django.
The second time I ever watched Django, I was cracking the fuck up. I knew first time I saw it, I didn't know if he was gonna die. Then I realized, oh, he survives. I laughed the entire fucking time.
Yeah.
Like the whole from the time he gets to the top of the set. Matter of fact, sometimes I just fast forward the movie to the time he was sitting in Candyland waiting for him to come back from burying.
Candyland.
When they come back from that funeral,
Yes.
everything from there.
That shit is comedy. The entire thing is hilarious.
Yes.
I mean, all the blood, because, it's Quentin Tarantino make everything out of control or whatnot. Let me close the pod out. That's Kelly Q. That's Tya. I appreciate you, as always, for being here, good brother.
Thanks for having me.
Yo, holla at y'all. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Love you dearly. Episode 203 is in the books. And I'm Mr. Know-It-All. Holla at you later. Peace.
Well, you shouldn't be such a smart mouth, Mr. Know-It-All.